welcome back. D&D, Amber. Recap. Hallowhand. Njord Temple. You fought sharks and enemies.
Safwagin.
No, yes, Safwagin. Found hidden room. Went in. Hallowhand.
I don't remember that bit.
Elf. Druid. Vessel. Hydra.
Shit recap.
Good attempt.
Good attempt at a recap in ascending spell, but
Yeah, if you got that as a
Nailed
sentence, you would probably be, what the fuck?
Yeah, you went into this place. You went into this place. Hallowhand and his druid friend were there. They they were like trying to figure out what to do with this vessel, this glass vase that was there at the on this altar. You tried to push in, but they found out. They realized you were there somehow. The smell of incense, and this druid was clearly doing some kind of ritual. Pushed in, you started fighting. They pulled the vessel from this pedestal, and suddenly a huge hydra came, essentially rushing out of the ground below. Combat started, and we're pushing right in with a good bit of Felix. Fucking go, my man.
Is the elf still holding on to the
Don't get hit wherever you do.
thingy?
The elf is
The
still,
vessel.
whatever.
Okay.
Like,
the Hydra is the rolling boulder.
And do these heads have a limit as to how far they can move?
it does seem so, yes.
Okay.
Probably.
You did say that last time, not just.
Yeah,
trying
you
to get
can
information
guess
off you.
about 25 to 30 feet away from the body itself.
Okay.
What's going to happen is if you attack the body and it gets over the threshold, a random head will die.
Okay.
I'll just roll and a random head will die. If you attack a specific head and do over the threshold damage, that head will die. That's how I'm playing this. Let's go. Felix.
Okay.
Kick some ass.
And you've already bit your head off, haven't you?
Yeah, and then
Oramis did bip a head off. 2 more came. Blue and pink.
10 to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Rhine's Binding Ice. 30-foot cone of cold. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw or take 3d8 cold damage.
3d8 cold damage.
Cold damage.
Alrighty. Ooh, how would I do that against
Yeah,
3
I'll
different
find a
heads?
symbol for
I'll say that
damage.
obviously takes off. It's like 3d8 for the whole thing. So roll 3d8 cold damage. It needs to make a con save, right? Yeah.
A con save, yeah.
Yes. I click new tab instead of a thing. So what's its con? Oh, it's got. Ooh, it's a 9 con. Fails.
Okay. So, 15 cold damage.
15 cold damage.
Frozen in ice, so it's hindered by ice, so speed is reduced to 0.
Speed is reduced to 0. Okay, so I'll say that these 3 heads here in front of you and the body, their speed is reduced to 0, as obviously that's the furthest, the 30 feet sort of goes out. The rest of the heads on the other side of the room, I'll say, can still move about, but...
Frozen for 1 minute, or until it uses an action to break free, or another creature uses an action to break free.
I see.
All these
Alrighty.
heads just kind of whack against each other. Like giraffe.
Like giraffe. Alrighty. Damn giraffes.
How many?
Oh, and then I'm gonna back up another. And
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Cool. That was Felix's turn. I'm going to say, yeah, it'll take these 3 heads, if all 3 of them are essentially going to have to use their action, as it were, to break free of this thing, of this ice, meaning that they can't do anything else. Next up is Hallowhand. Hallowhand is obviously being attacked by all of this stuff. These hydra heads. Him and his buddy are hidden behind this hidden behind this thing, and he's going to. Okay, Hallowhand turns, and he's going to try and make an attack roll against these things with a natural 20.
The hydra that he summoned, he's now trying to.
He
put
didn't
down.
summon it. You thought it seemed to be as he pulled it out, it emerged from the ground. And if you remember that these things were physical, these two heads, the purple and orange, were quite aggressively coming after him and his druid friend.
So
It's
maybe
almost
it's
this
like
thing's
a
like a-
defensive,
Maybe
like
he's
some
through
kind
the rolling boulder.
Like some kind
Ah.
of defense mechanism.
The hydra is the rolling boulder.
So he's rolled a natural 20. This thing now needs to make a. Is it a wisdom saving throw? Yes, it is. A 16 plus 0. What's Hallowhand's?
What does it look like he's doing? Casting magic or?
It looks like he's doing something.
Something
DC.
bad.
DC is that,
Evil.
so it passes. And Hallowhand is now angry, and he can make another attack against it. 16 plus. That hits.
I think the druid looks more evil than Hallowhand.
He almost looks like a kindly old man.
Well, Hallowhand.
Yeah.
Well, he looks like he dresses up as Father Christmas.
Just beating up an old man now.
Gladly.
So you've seen that Hallowhand has sort of turned, and with his glowing hand, he placed it upon the Hydra's head. But before any sort of effect could happen, as his hand just started sort of glowing brighter and brighter, and this bright glow seemed to envelop the head for a brief second, pulled its head away, and as it pulled its head away, he just shouted like in anger for a brief second, turned around and slashed with his cutlass, which as it slashes across the neck, seemed to leave this sort of like extremely cold mist as it sort of brushes over its neck,
Another
but
sword
does
for your collection.
does a bit of damage. That'll be Hallowhand. Next up is Sir Griffin.
I haven't thought about this at all. So let's just.
Also on his turn, he's just going to go, I'm giving you one last chance, Oramis. Stand down and we can talk.
The time for talking's over.
Fair enough.
Although I kind of want to talk.
Griffin.
Can we get to the body, or is it like?
If you can,
around it.
if what's this? Sorry.
So like it's popped out of a hole. It's made its
Yeah.
own hole. So can we get up to it, or like
If
will
you
we fall down?
can make an attack against the body, so obviously the brighter blue areas on the outside, that is the sort of this layer of the ground, and then below that, so the darker area underneath, that seems to be like another level underneath, and then the darkest one underneath, another level underneath, and so forth, as it goes deep down into the water. And you can hear way down below this body sort of thrashing through water. At some point down there is a lot of water.
Okay. Right, can I be here and still be on this level? I'm on a little twiggy bit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're definitely like on this thing, sort of 1 foot perched forward.
Is that gonna give me any disadvantage on my melee hits?
I'll say no, you just got sort of like 1 foot on this thing. It's a bit precarious
So
to move
I
across,
did
but
ballet when I was younger.
that's canon now.
Right, I'm gonna hit him with 2 melee attacks.
With
And as we know from last week, these definitely hit every time.
definitely.
Oh.
Oh, it does hit.
I should be rolling dice, really. I'll roll the damage. One-handed, so that's 6 damage. I won't put
6
any
damage.
XP into that yet. First roll of the evening, apart from JJ's already rolled. 5. 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
You've slashed at its body, and it sort of crumbles through, like slashes through the ice and across its sort of form. It does move just slightly out of reach, and your next attack, you're just a little bit too far away. Anything else?
I'll do me for the moment.
Alrighty. Next up is.
Oh, I'm going to shout, kill it. Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
Kill its babies.
With fire, did you say?
Fire.
I'll go
Babies,
fire.
are we drowning them in the ocean?
Is that just like a random thing, or is that you knowing
Oh,
something?
it's just me saying kill it with fire.
Cool.
We're
Okay.
using water, so I can't
Mazzy, your turn.
Right.
This Hydra was right in front of you, but it now seems to be stuck in ice. What are the things of it being in ice? Is it restrained?
Nope, just movement speed 0.
Movement
And
speed
then
0.
action
So if
speed
I
3.
move
And an action
away,
break.
it can't attack
It
me.
can attack you.
Can
It just can't move to come after you.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
Can I see up to there?
Can you see up to where, sorry?
Top.
Up to there.
Can I?
I would
clear sight
say
line of sight?
through the mass of writhing heads and everything, you could roll with disadvantage to try and. I'm
What
assuming
the
you
heck?
want to
You're still
misty
ahead.
arrow.
You're still ahead.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, misty arrow up to the top because it looks like the flattest statue. I'm gonna stand on top of the statue and start archery.
Okay. I'll say I'll give it a DC. DC 15. Roll with disadvantage to try and get through all of the.
See, if it hits in the middle, I'm now stuck in the middle.
Yes, I'll say if it hits, if you miss, you're probably going to hit the Hydra and then fall on the Hydra.
What I'm going to do is take 5, 10, 15. I'm going to move there and then have a shot.
That's an attack of opportunity from
I think
it.
that's a safer option.
That probably is a safer option. Yes. Oh, that's a natural. That's a 26 to hit. So that is.
What from you?
No, from him.
From him? No.
That is 9 piercing damage
That's not
as the head
Not quite.
quick bites you as you manage to run away. But yes, now very, very easily, without even a roll, I'll say, you can just bing,
Poof.
poof, on top of the head over here. You are about 20 feet above the ground.
Yep.
On top of a head of what looks like to be some kind of strange crab-like
those,
creature.
Those fishes that have like a light. I don't know what they're called.
Anglerfish.
Yeah.
It's like a big sort of crab with an anglerfish light.
Yeah.
It's very, very strange.
It's
Horrific is
I
yeah,
mean,
it's a pretty good.
now even
pretty
more
good
scary
analogy
if
for
it's
it.
got Mazzy on top.
Indeed.
Right.
Yeah. Anything
So
else?
now I've got. Do I have my attacks left?
That was
Just take this
one.
fire, so I've got
That was one. So yeah,
Okay.
you have one more.
Shall I just go for the main body
Go for it.
with the bow, obviously? I can't see.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nat 20.
Nat 20. Alrighty. Roll the damage, good sir.
This is a lot easier if I just do that and then go. Oh, because I didn't get the nat 20.
Roll another D8.
A D8.
Just roll a D8.
That's a D8.
Mhm.
Get it with fire.
Oh, fuck. 1.
1. So that is 6 damage. That's 22. Alrighty. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm now where I want to be.
Cool. Then we have Eldruid. And Eldruid is going to look at this head. I'm actually going to move around here. Get within sort of line of sight of it. Look at his head and all of its body. And you can see him just sort of like pull up his staff that almost glimmers in some of the light. As you remember, it's this almost rusting sort of metal staff. Swats it across, and as it sort of waves across, this mist, this bluish green mist, pours out of its sort of shaft. And it's almost, he does this like over the Hydra's sort of like face, over its mouth, and this mist envelops over the Hydra, and the Hydra needs to make a saving throw. That is not enough, I don't think. What's his save? I mean, it's definitely got to be not enough. No, not enough. And you watch as suddenly the Hydra sort of like, it was like had its mouth open, breathing, and it just breathes in all this. And the druid just sort of turns and says in Elvish, for anyone who can speak Elvish, "Kill them." And the Hydra's heads, each one of them, turn on all of you. As he casts charm monster. And he is going to use the rest of his movement to duck
I mean,
in
what?
just here.
Do it.
May you remind it, please.
Go.
You guys ready?
Duck in just there. Oramis, you are up.
You ready for a 33 persuasion roll?
I know he's just charmed you, but I can give it a better deal.
9.
Medical
Oh,
persuasion or just really, really,
just
good
very
words?
charismatic.
Just a strongly led argument. Man.
Just a,
But I'll wink.
I guess that one misses.
what's that against? Is that against the
green.
body or the head? It misses either way, but
Yeah, it's against the head.
against the green head that's right next to you. Yeah, misses, unfortunately.
Oh.
That one, unnatural 20 does hit with 9 damage. That's just against this head here, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Could you fan the hammer a little bit better, please? No, that's not better.
Oh, that's the shadow.
That one does. That one does.
Those are
that
shadow
one does
blades.
hit.
Those are not eldritch
Oh,
blasts.
okay.
Rolled
Okay.
the wrong thing.
Roll some more Eldritch Blasts.
That one hits.
That one hits, and then is,
Yeah, it might be great rolling.
and that one does hit.
2 hits.
Is that all of your?
This
Three
was like
hits.
this was like playing with Chantal. Like loads of stuff just popped up and you were like,
24, 21.
don't know what's going on, but it's cool. You're hitting
20?
stuff.
So that was overall an 11, a 10, 20, and an 11, a 24, and a 21.
Cool.
Yes. So all, like you turn around the corner, and all of these attacks just storm into this thing's face, and you almost think it's about to die as one of the bolts almost just like cracks against a lot of its teeth, and just a couple of them fall out. One of them cracks into its eye as well, and it's almost like half closed it, but it is still up. Unfortunately, this head, and looking pretty pissed.
Is it? Oh, can't.
And as you move across to swipe with your concealed blade, it unfortunately moves out the way, just ready to attack.
Is your Eldritch Blast hand the same as your Concealed Blade hand?
They're both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking you're just getting a tired arm. That's the tired swipe.
Yeah.
And finally, the Hydra. So, what is the DC to break out of Rhyme's Binding Ice?
It's an action.
It is an action. Just
Yeah.
just
You
take
use
its
your
action.
and that's it.
Cool. So these 2, 3 break free. The body also just contorts, moves, crack, break free.
I want to break free.
This one moves back here but can't attack. This one goes 5, 10 but can't attack. This one goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to try and attack, but it actually can't attack.
It won't be after this. There's also
5,
there's 3 of them.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to try and attack.
Oh, magic.
5,
magic bitch.
10, 15, 20,
Okay.
25, 30.
Oh, you.
Back! No, it's okay.
So, 2 of the ones next to you can't actually attempt to attack you,
Mm-hmm.
but 2 of them can.
Mm-hmm.
The one against you, Felix, has just recovered from Rhyme's Binding Ice, so unfortunately it can't attempt to attack you.
Good.
The body can't move to try and get in a better position, but luckily it doesn't need to. The one against Oramis can attack, so that is 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits.
AC of
Ooh.
16.
Even with haste.
Oh!
+2,
Haste is
so-
+2 AC, so please
No,
don't.
it does not hit.
It does not hit. And against you, that is a 24.
Shield. Doesn't hit.
Shield, doesn't it? And 13. As these 2 sort of attacks against you, Oramis, like this thing just tries, as you've missed, it just tries to snap back, almost like a sort of serpent trying to snap back with its bite. But you're just like with haste on, you're almost surprised at how quick you are. Like suddenly you're just back. You just moved back from even before, like almost before you've even thought to do so. And Griffin against you again, like one of them comes in and just tries to sort of bite at you, but like has happened to Griffin many times, you can just hear the crack of its jaw as it slams against this like sort of mystical shield in front of you, and the other one tries to sort of get around to do the same, but unfortunately misses. That is all it can do. So we now go back to Sir Felix up top.
I'm being a distraction. I feel I'm playing it quite well. Don't waste this opportunity.
So
I apologise. The purple one should have rolled with advantage before you take your turn. I'll just roll that really quick.
No,
Yeah,
no.
never mind.
Okay, sorry.
so these necks have a length on them.
That one you can imagine is now fully stretched out, as
Okay.
far stretched out as it possibly can be.
I'm gonna disengage and just step back right here.
Yeah, as it sort of tries to sort of move against you, you just sort of it's just there, like, as the other heads are like tugging away from it. One at Oramis, the other one's a thing. This one's just like, and you could just see like proper the foot, like, because it's so straight as well, you can just see the full length down its throat, like really, really creepily. Climb into it.
If I run at you and you run at me and we cross paths, then we know each other.
Yeah.
Fucking
you
fantastic
jump
with that
over
thing.
one and then circle back around and then come in.
If one of us could, like, if Nevada was here, just polymorph into like a bird.
Yes. Imagine like Nevado and then Gylndan, so the both of them are doing it, and then like by the end of it, it's just this thing's like collapsed on the floor because it can't lift all the heads. Like,
So it turns you into spaghetti.
mom spaghetti. Felix, is that everything?
My bonus action to invoke my giant's might.
Giant's might. You become big,
I become big.
and I'm assuming
Are
that's
you
like
now
going.
in its radius.
No, I'm going backwards with it.
Okay, good.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, no, right,
Just
right.
grab it by the face.
And I'm just gonna stand here, looking down at it.
Now looking down at it, fantastic.
Isn't it just then going to go up?
Yeah, but that makes. I mean, as established, that's now on a.
Oh yeah, it's slightly further away.
on an
Further
angle.
away.
Awesome. If that's everything on your turn, we move to Hallowhand, who is going to. What's he going to do?
Sit and watch that on edge.
Off and die.
He's going to
This
look.
is got monologuing at Oramis, even though Oramis is like fully engaged in the battle.
Shouting, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could give me some more details on his little.
Even though you've just told him to shut up.
Yeah, no.
Could we make a
Does he
formal
try?
request for him to waste his turn with exposition?
I'm just trying to.
Can I
have a
persuade you?
look.
I forgot you were on that statue, and I was just moving about the map, and I just went, "Oh, Mazzy's on top of that."
Yeah.
So he's gonna look around.
It's a good view. Pay a lot of money for this thing.
Good. Good, you paid an arrow, magic arrow. We all know how expensive they are.
Yeah.
Carry on, Ben.
$1,000, aren't they?
8
Not to the
It's a
top.
1,000.
Yeah. Very sorry. He's gonna look around and just go, "Well, lads, it's been lovely talking to you, but we got what we came here for. Oramis, want any more details and you're actually worth my fucking time? You can come find me." Grabs a sword, spins it in his hand, slams it down on the ground.
No way.
And as he slams it down onto the ground, a rift of water just opens up from where it sort of is on the ground. And a 10-foot sort of thing of actually, before he does that, he moves there. 10-foot sort of circle of water that splashes and swirls and moves around and envelops him as he slowly sinks down and as the water collapses.
Get in the bin.
Hallowhand and his druid friend
Fucking hate him so much.
are gone.
Not just because he killed my wife.
Unless anyone has anything they could do as a reaction. Unless anyone has anything they could do as a reaction. No.
Counter spell.
That's my bad for planning this fight with Gylndan. There we go. Or your bad for not bringing Gylndan. There we go. Or thinking, for some reason I thought you had counterspell.
I can do it from here anyway, it's too far.
Ah, that's fair. Yeah, for some reason I thought you had counterspell.
Hope you didn't want you
Whatever.
eventually, because it's not happening.
Alright, let's back up, going.
But it does still seem that the pupils of this creature are somewhat widened, and you can almost sense that it is still angry at you to
Would
the
it
point
not
where
be
you think
anyway?
it's potentially
I mean,
still
yeah,
charmed.
It doesn't matter if
wouldn't
it's
matter
charmed.
if it's still attacking us. Yeah. We're still in a bit of a precarious situation.
Potentially in precarious situations. But that is Hallowhand's turn. Druid is now off the
Well,
off the charts. Griffin, you're slightly surrounded.
Alright, so I've seen him go, and I'll
Mhm.
just look at Oramis and go, what the fuck? What do we do now?
I don't know.
Leave.
Yeah, I mean, we could just get out of here.
You want to leave this creature?
I mean,
There might be. Is there going to be anything here that can help us? Tell
We
us
are
anything
help.
more? I don't know.
Are we fine it? Because it really decides what I do.
I mean, I'd like to fight it, but I'm not in a position that's any kind of dangerous. So
I'm happy to give it a good whirl.
I don't think doing it.
Griffin says like twirling around with his
Yeah, just got to sort of shield, like his shield is sort of dwindling and fading now. By the time it's your like next turn, and these things are just like trying to prepare bites against you, almost like fainting bites as you're just sort of holding up a shield. What are you doing?
I'm going to use my bonus action to do my Charm Divinity, which I'll double check what it is. Exactly. Champion Challenge. As a bonus action, you issue a challenge that compels other creatures to do battle with you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't really move more than 30 feet away from you. I'm just reading this and I'm thinking, they're not going anywhere, are they? So there's not really any point in doing that.
Are you sure you want to do it?
No, I'm not doing that.
Fair enough. These are new characters, all that.
Yes, I'm gonna hit purple.
You can hit purple. Go for it. Roll hit on purple.
Oh, let's roll. Let's bloody roll it, mate. Plus
What am I
9.
here for?
Plus 9. Let's go. Come on. What we got? 20.
20 hits.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
So, cha-ching. That's the
Oh, hey.
One-handed.
One-handed 11.
And because we're in dire circumstances, I'm gonna throw a divine smite into this. So you can only do it up to 4d8, is it?
5d8.
5d8.
Up to 5.
Okay.
So that's a third level.
One is 2, 2
One
is
is two,
3,
two is
3 is
three is
4, 4 is 5.
Oh, 4 is 5, right?
Okay.
Yeah, up to 4th level.
5 then. That's a 4th level spell slot.
That is a 4th level spell slot.
5d8 on top of this.
Mhm.
D8s, boys.
Because D8.
Tell you what,
That's not a D8.
it needs 5 of us.
Oh my god.
You can take a DM one.
Or do the melt boy. He's nice. That's 5 actually.
Made a metal.
Come on, my lad.
Hydras are shit.
Ooh.
Oh, they are a bit. That's bollocks.
5, 3, 4,
10, 16, 18.
18 radiant damage.
18 radiant damage.
Not bad.
On the top
29 total damage.
29 total damage on this thing. Holy moly! As you slash across this thing's like jawline, almost embedding your axe into it, and then it just glows and glows with this radiant heat as you just yank it across, and all this gore and blood just pours from it as well. You're taking your other attack on it. This head does seem to be still alive.
What? Okay.
But just.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit that head again.
Hit the head again.
Oh
I think
yes.
that hits. Yeah, 26.
26. Yep, hits. Doesn't matter what you roll on the damage, but roll the damage anyway because it needs for the entire.
Oh, some max damage.
That will still go towards the damage of the whole
Yay.
thing. So there we go. Yay. Woohoo indeed.
Okay, I'm not
As we
gonna
go
put- I'm not gonna
for.
put anything into that.
And this head, as you sort of yank your axe from it, the head almost pulls down to the ground, and then with just this mighty chop between its eyes, just the head just
Dead.
crumbles and almost disintegrates. The neck deforms, flesh almost pulls away from the rest of its neck as the entire being and all 3 of the other ones around you just cry out in pain. Even the one in front of you, Oramis, and the one in front of you, Felix, and this one disappears.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go 5.
Who just came on down?
That's Caspian. I don't know why it's not his actual.
Can I get away from this?
I don't know why it's not his thing, but I'll get it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Forgot that he's not actually been in battle.
here. I'll take the 2
He's the
tax opportunity.
It's fine.
2 attacks opportunity. Yeah, you just take those. I'll sort out Caspian in a second
the
for
rear
you.
guard.
So that's a, I mean, hits.
Okay.
Just take it.
I'll take it.
9 piercing damage
That's heavy.
for the first one. Hits again.
Hits. Both of those have hit to over 20.
Both of those have
Oh
hit.
wow, mad. Okay, I'll take it.
You've probably got like something ridiculous, like a plus 10.
And that's 14 piercing damage.
So that was total 23. Yeah.
Total 23.
That's.
I don't know what I did with Caspian's fucking token.
And then I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to cast fireball on everything there.
2 sorcery points to cast fireball on just all of that
Yeah. All
stuff
4.
there. Go for it. So it needs to roll a dex save. I'm just gonna say it rolls.
Involved in this one.
I'm gonna say it rolls.
Oh,
it
I
for
think
all
I've
of
rolled
them,
some
but-
dreadful fireballs recently.
Shit stuff.
Total shit.
Fucking shit spell,
Definitely
mate.
not admitted to be overpowered by the creatures of the game.
So
It is for the level you get it at.
It's just,
The-
well, and because it's the way it scales up. as
Yeah.
well, essentially it passes.
DC 16.
DC 16. It rolls
So-
16. Plus 1, unfortunately, it passes. But even still, 23, that is what?
11.
11.
12.
Round down when you half.
Damn it.
Optimistic, I like it.
And as you conjure this fireball, launch the sort of orange streak in your hands and it explodes over the thing, you watch as the neck of the one you just destroyed
Yeah.
begins to cauterize. And from...
I'm so sorry. I've got mirror image going.
yes.
So those attacks might not hit me.
What do they need to roll?
I think it's me that rolls.
You that rolls.
There's so much shit going on. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Roll a d20.
That's
Yeah.
what that 3... That
New
makes
thing is,
sense.
Yeah, that's why I put it.
That does make sense.
Do you have the spell thing up, JJ?
Yeah, I've got it right here. Roll a d20. 6 or higher, 8 or higher, 11 or higher. So how many duplicates have you still
I've
got?
got 3.
So you have to roll 6 or higher for it to hit the duplicate.
Yes, they should have done on those first ones as well, but should we just do it on this turn?
Yeah, we'll just do it on this turn because that's going back very
I'll
far.
So 13,
So that
Gets rid of the
destroys-
first one.
That destroys a duplicate.
if it hit, which I did assume it did.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
again. And then
We
we'll go
only do a song that
again.
hits.
Yeah. So go into the attack opportunity.
So-
That gets rid of the first duplicate, so you only have 2 duplicates left. Second one needs to roll a what or higher?
8. So that hits you.
That hits you. That was the second one, which
Which
rolled a
is-
9 plus. That was 14 points piercing damage.
Yes.
So you get 14 HP. So you get 9 HP back because
Yeah, because the
one-
first attack.
The first one hit a duplicate.
But
I,
second
I
one
opened
didn't.
in shoot backs and then I was like, fuck, my HP is low.
All right. So you have 2 duplicates left.
Yes.
Remember that.
my best
Cool.
this.
Anything else on your
I
turn?
think that's enough.
And as I said, the neck of this one seems to almost cauterize. And as you've seen with the first one, the neck should have sprout. 2 more heads should have sprouted from where this neck grew. But this one doesn't.
Does it do it right away or does it do it at the end of the round?
It will do it at the end of its turn.
Okay.
But as you've seen, this has almost cauterized it, and it doesn't seem like anything is emerging.
Going.
Yeah. Yeah, you went wrong. Hit it with fire. Cool. Next up, we have Mazzy from Up in Your Perch. Your
Well,
unhittable perch of
I did have a plan,
unhittableness.
but all my plans changed. So I'm just having a look at them because fire.
Because fire.
What damage does seismic arrow give?
Thunder.
Thunder damage.
You have elemental. You don't have elemental weapon up. You could theoretically get it up.
I had it up, but it was in over an hour, so it probably
Yeah.
gone, so, but,
I think you can get it again. I think you have 2.
yeah, I can get it again
If you wanted to.
Spells, but yeah.
Otherwise, just hit it
Because
and hope.
I think I need to hit the main body of it pretty hard instead of what I was going to do was volley all the heads around Sam, but
I mean, if you did that, that would be 4 attacks instead
Yeah.
of,
exactly.
or rather,
It would've been- yeah, it would've
3
been
attacks
four
rather
with the main
than.
body because I can get the main body in it as well. If I
Yeah.
get the right square.
Yeah.
And then I would have had 5 in one. But,
Yeah, but
so I could do that. That was the plan. And because I can't think of anything else to do, I might just do that.
so roll to hit for the body.
Oh, I can.
Oh.
Produce flame and just start chucking flames at it.
You
That's
could do.
fire.
That is fine.
But screw it. I'm gonna.
I would
I'm gonna volley
I
it.
would want to hit lots.
I think the fire has done its
So we-
stuff for this turn. maybe?
That's really.
Based on bones just there.
But
What's up?
carry on with the fire then.
It's up to you.
You do what you want, Matt.
I know.
Here we are.
I basically just told everyone to stop fighting. Guys, I need some help here.
Are you going to throw 1 fireball or hit
Um,
with 4 arrows, essentially?
3d8 or I'm gonna fire 4 arrows, I think.
4 arrows, go for it.
So let's start with red.
What's the homecoming quote that
Ugh.
Tony Stark says? Don't do anything I would do.
I
Don't do it.
definitely don't think I would do.
There's a grey area there.
So what was that?
That was a miss, a 2.
That was a miss. 2. Alright.
I think 19.
19, that definitely hits. Roll the damage. That's a d8 plus 4.
Sorry?
D8 plus 3, sorry, if you wanted to just
Oh,
roll
right.
thing.
D8. Okay, can I have 2 more D8s?
One d8 plus 3.
1 D8 plus 3.
Yeah, 1
Okay.
d8 plus 3.
I don't need them then.
You shot it with your bow.
I did shoot it from the bow. 3. So
3 plus 3 is 6.
and then we'll make our way forward. So orange or brown, whatever colour you want to call that. Is that 7 or 1? It does make any difference because it's probably a miss. So 7.
7. No,
No,
you
it's
can't.
plus,
No, you can't.
yeah, it's 10. So no.
Wait,
Plus
plus 10.
No, plus 3. Sorry, so it'll be a 10.
No, your
No, because
bow
then you're-
bonus is plus 9, I think.
Oh shit.
So 16. Oh, it's there.
What's your bow bonus? It must be, I would imagine, something like plus 9.
Oh, is that there? Right, yeah, 9.
Oh, still misses with a
Fair
7.
enough. So then for the big guy, which is totally pointless, 18. Success.
18 does it.
Oh, 3 again.
3, so that's another 6.
Oh, that was fun.
You need to sharpen your arrows.
Yes,
4,
yeah.
4 shots. First one misses. From yeah, we got it.
a bit
Anything else on your turn?
a bit
as
wet
you
still.
stand up.
No.
Cool. Druid, he's gone. Oramis, you're still hasted and can therefore be of use.
Oh, damn.
Concealed blade first up. Slash across its face. 8 plus 6. Gad to the damn. That is.
Do you really want sneak attack on your Chris?
Is that one dead?
It's not it.
I did a bunch of damage to the last one.
You did, but it's sort of the thing of like.
It heals.
You need to do a certain amount of damage per round, like per 1 round for it to die.
Basically, that's not good enough.
Does get an attack of opportunity as you run away. 16. Oh, doesn't.
Run cowardly.
That second one, that first Eldritch Blast misses. That one hits.
Can have that.
I bet.
Go again. Misses.
Oh my
Hits.
god, you're cannon, man.
God's sake!
But what will make you happy
He's too emotional.
is that
It's just
one.
run off.
I'm glad you gave him that haste so he could miss all the extra shots.
Is that this head does die.
Oh, good.
Well, I thought you know law of averages.
You're not persuading the law of averages very well.
Head dies as you just blast it, just spitfire it into oblivion. Neck shriveling away. How many? Do you have any attacks left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you do not. That is all of them. Anything else? Any more movement? Any more anything?
I'm just gonna move there.
Cool. Hydra. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum,
Hi guys.
bum.
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
And as this one moves there, bum,
That's cheating.
bum.
Your arrogance blinds you.
So,
It's not allowed to do that.
two archers, as you're just sort of just standing there, like trying to keep back, all of a sudden you just see the big one move, and you can hear just a lot of like rocks and everything tumbling as this thing is megalithic. This is probably the biggest thing you guys have fought so far. And as it moves, these things just ebb slowly closer and closer, and slowly get higher. Almost both of them just sort of looking at you right in the eyes, and they're gonna make 2 attacks against you, Felix. That is a hit. Do you have shield? Did you want to use shield?
Nah.
Wait, what is your AC right now?
20.
Then yes, it hits. So that is some damage.
Hits a duplicate.
Hits a duplicate. Alrighty. Second one
Bien. I still get 6 Eldritch Blasts to waste.
misses. These two here roll with advantage. Hits.
Where's my D20? There we go. 8 or higher.
8 or higher.
11. Yeah, that's a duplicate.
That's a duplicate.
That's
Fucking
a
hell, mate.
Yeah,
That's a fucking duplicate. Isn't it? No, cocked it. Hits.
Where's it on 1?
11 or higher.
Oh, we got this, lads. We
We
got this. Oh, yeah. We got it.
guys. Oh, lovely.
Both duplicates gone as these. So with you, Felix, these two things just sort of snap. Two of your duplicates. One of them still left, just inches in front of you. With you, Griffin, however, both of these things almost simultaneously. Not sure which one is the right. You go for the two on the sides of you, just either side, and both heads just sort of snap. Through mists away, and now both just staring right back at you. That will be its turn, and because of the fire damage, nothing grows.
Dick.
Bum, bum, bum. Let's get this bread. Felix, you are up.
Alright, I'm going to take 2 attacks against blue.
2 attacks against blue.
That's... Oh shit, what's my bonus to hit? It's 10 and 15 on the dice, so an 18 and a 23.
Hits and hits.
Dude, your character token is busy.
That is busy. What's the green and the blue for?
My mirror images.
Ah, I see. Right. Yes.
And then I'm concentrating, and I've got Blade Ward. No, Blade Song.
Blade Song.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, so you still sing?
That's a lot for a man to think about. Yes. So,
So-
wait, which one were you hitting? Were you hitting
Blue. First
blue.
attack is 11. Second
11.
attack is that's shit. 7.
7.
Hello?
Boom! As you just quick slash across its face.
And I'm going to do it again as a bonus action.
Again as a bonus action.
It's a 2, so that's going to miss.
And misses. Third attack. Can't swipe it. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm not good where I am, but
Excellent.
I'm where I am.
Hallowhand's gone. Griffin.
Stop.
I am just gonna sort of call out. Are we sure we still want to be here?
Look, we're doing great. Look at us.
Griffin says bleeding heavily.
Hit it with
Yeah.
fire. And then I'm going to smack it with
I
my
can't from this distance. Oh, actually, I could.
+9, that is 17.
17 hits. Just
I think that only just hits, isn't it?
slashes it. Just nicks it across the jaw.
Have that, you bastard.
You could bail.
Have that, you fucking Peter. I think we should have bailed last round. I think we've dealt enough damage. Is what I would say if I was anywhere near you.
I mean, we're only 1 head down.
Oh, 17.
Well, if we
That's
get
weird.
ahead,
That is weird. That's happened twice now.
That's
we
one
go
hand.
fire again.
One hand against which one? Green, red,
Give
it one.
orange, red.
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 We just need some
Do
fire.
you need to hit
it's
the head with
6.
fire, or can you just hit the
And
main
the head
body?
again.
I think you should have still
Prevent
fire
all-
damage.
No.
No, the whole thing just needs.
Yeah, 20.
20 hits.
Depends what rules Ben's made up.
I know.
10.
I'm asking the wrong people here. I should be ready for the question there.
Just because I'm going to throw another 5d8 on that one.
Alright.
D8 points, please. I love charity.
Use the buy dice.
Ooh.
7, 8.
Is it definitely 5d8?
Yeah, 5d8. Nice.
I just can't. That's good. So that's 14, 21, 22, 27.
27. Fuck, that nearly takes out a head in its entirety. Yeah, this red head, first one, like just nicks it on the side, and as it moves, just it reveals its jaw, and in one swift movement of your axe, just lop the head off, just on your own.
Is that gone?
Head gone. Boom. Fucking out of here, mate.
Does this? What colour is this thing's blood? Because I imagine I'm just covered in it.
You are, yes, you are now covered in this almost like a bluish, greenish, black blood, like a dark bluey green blood.
Yeah.
Very gory, and yeah, like your like face is now like almost covered in it. Your eyes are like wild. Like anyone looking at you right now would be fucking terrified. But there we are. You've just eviscerated this thing's head, knocked it right off, and the neck just flails around like a chicken. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm happy with where I am location wise. I just shout at Mazzy. Fire!
I'm firing them.
Mazzy.
Fire! Now what I'm going to do, I'm not actually close enough, so I'm going to jump.
Jump, roll me.
And then when I get near to the ground, I'm going to use my gravity boots to then...
Okay, just roll me a
two
quick
bits.
acrobatics check.
Oh, I thought I would have
I'll say you don't take any damage, but just to land safely. Okay, so you've landed, you've stumbled a bit. I'll say, so jumping down.
It's 20 feet, but
20
it's
feet.
really 5 feet, because then the rest of the 15 I'm going to use my boots to...
So 5 feet.
How much impact are you putting through your knees?
I mean, a 5 foot drop
5 foot's not that much.
Wait, how far are you dropping off that thing?
5 foot.
Oh, is that it?
There's 20 foot, but then after the 5 foot, I'm then going to use my sky boots to walk the 15.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you've now done 20 feet of movement, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
We did the other
way.
Never mind, that acrobatics check is useless.
Cool.
Nice job.
And then I'm going to get to there,
So
because that's the rest of my movement. And I am going to...
This has got like a plus 13.
Whew. What's the better thing on?
Fling flame.
Yes. Yes.
Fling flame and flong.
Produce
Flame.
one of those. Chuck it, what happened to it? Where'd it go?
Oh, and it does hit. Nicely done.
To me, next level.
Yeah, so
That
it
plus 6 proficiency
is...
bonus.
11 fire damage as this fire, strikes the side and just envelops over it. And once again, the head that thing cut off, like, as this fire just sort of envelops over its skin, and it reaches up the neck that Griffin has just cut off and cauterizes it, and this neck just burns and wilts away, and the entire neck appendage that was there is now gone. This thing is scared, as am I.
Got what you wanted.
Well done. You're really good.
I know, people keep telling me.
Is that a spell yet?
It's not automatic.
Your class?
It's a cantrip.
Okay. What did you go for in the end as your bonus thing, or have you not?
That was it.
Magic initiative.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
involved.
Get cantrips and
Yeah, I had no cantrips.
a couple of extra spells.
But it was, so I was like, I need something.
I think that's the thing.
Forgot to add up
spell
the
casting
damage that you did.
cantrips is quite
Sorry?
limiting.
to the main
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yes. So this thing is now writhing around, screaming, angry as it's it's almost like it went from a mighty roar to now just a screech almost as it's crying out, gurgling.
It can back
So a
off
lot of it.
any time.
Oramis.
Alright,
It did.
gonna body this ting.
Body.
Bosh.
Bosh misses.
Oh, fuck's sake. Bosh hits.
Hits for 8.
Oh, I didn't know. Bosh misses.
Oh, Luke.
Bosh
Oh,
misses.
Luke.
Bosh.
Luke.
Oh, God.
And as it's flailing around and just being very, very annoying, the already destroyed neck appendage just sweeps around its body, and that's the thing you hit, and then it just sort of breaks off, and you're like, oh, that thing was dead already. Crap.
Fuck that shit.
So it's not necessarily that you missed it, but you just hit the bit of it that was already dead, and
Do I get any
essentially broke
bonus
it off.
movement with haste?
Double movement speed.
Oh!
Because you needed any more movement.
Shadow Blade. Huh?
Can you be on the other side?
No, Conceal Blade. Huh?
I suppose not. Maybe because not on the neck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably makes sense.
Hey.
Hits. Finally.
Oh, now give me that sneak attack as well, you filthy 46.
12,
That's
18.
rubbish.
Is that filthy?
Yeah, because he's
18.
been done dirty.
As you sprint towards this thing, and just with a leap, as this thing's like focused on Felix, almost glaring with the eyes, all of a sudden, Felix, you look down, you say, slash, and this thing's just neck opens up. It's still alive, but that hurt.
Slash.
I'm just going to take another
Next up,
another 10 feet of movement.
another 10 feet of movement, just pushing like there or up the stairs, or there.
Are you off?
No, I'm just slightly behind
Cool.
Behind him.
tiny
Its
bit
turn.
behind
First of all, that is an 18 hit you, which misses.
Did you disengage? I'm guessing you disengaged.
No, I didn't. Ben just didn't.
13. What?
It should have been an
Oh,
attack
should have
roll,
been.
didn't
No,
it? But it's fine, it's too late now.
No, I'll roll that now. This is 12. And pink. That is a natural 20 against you. I'm very, very sorry.
Oh no.
Do you have
I'm
any
going
things left?
I'm going to use my cloud room to turn that into make it target the other head next to me.
Very nice. As you like, as it goes to like pinch or attack you. I don't even know how your cloud room, like, how do you imagine that just sort of working? As
I
your cloud
imagine
room?
it's kind of like a little bit like Counterspell or something like that, except I just make like a small, like, basically like a cloud appear and it's almost like a portal. So his head goes through it, and there's like another one right beside it.
And it just turns.
Whomp,
And it just.
on the side of the other one's head.
And actually, I'll tell you what. Oh, fucking hell. That's 12. And as this thing, through one, into the other, snaps onto the neck, crunches down, the entire body, the entire head just writhes and contorts and screams. And in front of you, just the whole thing just...
Dead. See? Not a problem, was it?
The whole Hydra?
The entire Hydra.
Did you not? We laid into it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys laid into it.
To be fair, you did like 50 or 60 damage to it last session.
He did.
True. That is very
And
true.
you spent
Thank
the
you.
majority of this one just going pew pew pew.
The Hydra,
It was
As
just
it
a bit pissed
lands.
off. Like the reason we came, like
I mean,
now he's just.
Hallowhand's gone.
as it lands onto the ground, the floor begins to crumble.
Run,
Cracks appear all over
we can breathe
the
on
room,
can't we?
and suddenly one of these statues, this one in
Yeah.
particular,
can
just
you survive a 100-foot drop?
You seem to
next one, entire areas of
Not
ground
right,
begin to envelop. Entire areas of ground begin to envelop. You guys need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
right
run.
now.
I'm
I'm just
gonna
if
get
you
the-
dropped 100 feet, if you dropped 100 feet into water, you might still die.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Yeah.
You might still
Just
die.
to be an
but
arsehole. Let's get out of here.
get out of here. Everyone, just make me a quick athletics check, just to
Oh, with
Do I have to roll
dash the
higher?
fuck out of this room.
Oh,
What
30.
do
Oh fucking hell!
What do I have to roll
you're-
then if I'm so
you're
far
fine.
away?
I'd say you still roll an athletics check, but your DC will be slightly higher. Never mind,
Fine.
you are fine. As like areas of the
let's
ground
say-
begin to crumble.
The Hydra's suddenly falling in. I've just decided to run up it.
Yeah, you
Well,
just
this is-
leap up, grab onto the Hydra,
And then just when
Dash
one
up
of those
its-
hits has been
dash up its
decapitated,
back.
just jump off
Good
the
thing
bar.
I went
leap
like a
off, and land.
23.
23. Yeah, you're fine as you're just clunking your way across across the room.
Was that one
Felix.
step backwards very difficult?
Yeah, you rolled highly and you were far away, so you did it really cool. I rolled highly. I'm just quite close to the door, so I just walked.
Felix, obviously you're
Cool guys
rolled
don't
as
look
well,
at
but you're just
collapsing
sort of
monsters.
taking your time to
Yeah.
look around the room. Obviously, you're very interested in a lot of sort of ancient stuff, especially this
Now
stuff
is
like
not the
giants and
time.
things like that. You're just taking one last look around, committing this place to memory. Each of the massive monsters that were there, bolt the fuck out of there. And as you begin swimming sort of back up the stairway, moving through into the temple, behind you, some of the corridor is slowly, like it takes a little bit of a while for the entire sort of that room to crumble and crack and essentially get destroyed. And as it gets destroyed, you can just feel this rush of current pull back as it seems the strange ward that stopped the water going into the room is destroyed as well. So suddenly a lot of water's filled this place, pulling you guys back. But the area behind you is now gone.
How long
You
can
were
we still
able
breathe
to
underwater
push.
for?
You've got 24 hours.
24 hours, okay.
24 hours
Not
since I
left,
cast it.
Yeah.
I don't think we're halfway through that.
We did have a rest, though.
Only an hour.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You guys are back on this map. Is there anywhere else you would like to explore or look around in? You did have the room which you never explored with the buttons on the wall. There was the room around there.
Yeah, the
If you guys
baby
wanted to explore that, you can. Otherwise, we'll just.
There was that one bit we didn't do on the left when we came in. Maybe just have a quick look in there.
The
Oh, yeah.
room with the buttons is that one, isn't it?
That was this one, yes. You
Which
noticed a lot of
I
buttons.
investigated and got like a natural 20 on and couldn't work out what the buttons did.
So you worked out that you can press certain ones down, and maybe it almost looks like a door there or something. So maybe pressing the right one, but you weren't exactly sure which one the right one was. And then looking in this room, you realise that in the main sort of room with the altar, some of the buttons look very similar to the ones over here.
So the sequence, can I try pressing them if people are okay? If we just want to leave, then otherwise I'll try pressing them in the sequence they are on the floor.
You know when I see a big red button?
Yeah,
I just want to go.
yeah, you can give that a go. Press them in
Why we never
sequence.
take you anywhere.
That's on the floor.
You're lying.
And as you press the last one, it's much harder to push in, but you just feel this clunk. And there is just a sudden rush of water into this room, as it seems it was sealed so tight that the water never actually made it in. You're almost pulled into this room yourself. So many of the pearls and stuff around you. And inside, you find a bunch of stuff.
Awful sort.
So,
Where are we?
as I said, inside you find a bunch of stuff. The first thing you find is what almost looks like a ship's wheel. It is actually not almost looks like, it is literally a ship's wheel. The size, the thing of a ship's wheel. But under the water it almost seems to gleam ever so slightly. And around the entire sort of circle it has these almost wave engraved patterns all the way around and across it. You also find a trident, a very, very well made trident, with a ribbon that's wrapped around that's obviously now sodden wet, but it seemed to stand the sort of test of time. Around the sort of end of the trident is almost like this squid, which tentacles are almost like the way they've been molded means it almost looks like that's the thing that's connecting the shaft to the actual pointed bits themselves, as the squid's tentacles almost wrap around that. You also find a bunch of other cool stuff. So you find a couple of gems. Probably think around 150 gold.
Oh, we got our money's worth out of this.
Gold's worth of gems.
Yeah.
And otherwise, just a lot of random texts and tomes, different things like that. You probably think if you could find a temple to Njord, some of these might be useful. Obviously, a lot of them have been destroyed, but there is one particular book. It's only small, barely the size of like this thing here, but it almost again seems like gleam in the darkness, ever so slightly. Yeah, of course.
How to take the wheel?
Yeah.
Oramis is carrying the wheel. I'll take the gems in the book.
Carry a trident.
Carry the trident.
Of course.
Well, I'll take whatever's left then.
Nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Nothing, pretty much.
I got there just at the end. Oh.
And over this side, just to really, really quickly go through it with you, was a lot of bunks and things like that you imagine
Suffragine?
not the Suffragine, the temple people would sleep in. A lot of rotten food and things like that in there. And in this room was probably an attempt at people trying to hide from something. But also in here you can see a lot of skeletons with things like spears and swords still left in their cutlasses, obviously rotten over time, and things like that. You can see that some of them are still wearing necklaces to Njord and diadems and things, but it's a lot of like cutlasses and spears and different things stabbed through their sort of skeletal forms. Whatever happened here was bloody and ghastly, you can imagine, before it ultimately crumbled and got destroyed.
Would it be wrong of me to take one of the necklaces?
You can take one of the necklaces if you
I'll
like.
take one of the necklaces.
Yeah, of course. You take off one of these necklaces. It's very well made, or at least it probably was once. You can get it you maybe have to spend a bit of money to have it, or just a lot of time, some tinkering tools or something to try and polish it back up a little bit for selling purposes. It's now obviously got a lot of scum and things around the sides.
Bodies.
Yes.
Human in size, humanoid.
Humanoid, yeah, definitely humanoid. You can tell that a lot of them seem to be, you can maybe identify a couple of halfling or gnome sized skeletons still wearing these things, but mainly humans, human size, around 5-6 foot, around 5-6 feet, sort of thing. Mixture of men and women, that sort of thing.
You said there were spears in them.
Yeah,
Like
there's
tridents and
spears.
stuff. They look like the Saffragine stuff that we've seen.
No, these are very, very old. These have been in here for probably as old as whenever, I think you recall that there was once a siege upon this place. Seems that these have probably been in here since then. Very, very old stuff. You can try and take some of them with you to sell as antiques or something like that if you want, but...
You don't disrespect the dead like that. I'll just pointedly look at Oramis as I say that.
It's not disrespect. This is for educational purposes.
Oh, of course.
This is to piss off your god so you can side with the sea god.
Man's got contracts to break.
Can't break a contract unless you've got a backup one.
Yes. What am I going to do? Be a homeless warlock? Come on.
Caspian, who we never did sort out in the combat, but there we are. You
Didn't
all
need
survived.
him.
Go, boss!
Is somewhat desperate to leave. He doesn't like all this swimming and this feeling of breathing underwater.
Sailor doesn't like swimming.
Well, he likes swimming, but he's very weirded out by the sort of breathing underwater, and the dead bodies as well are exceptionally creeping out to him. You realise that he's actually quite afraid of undead and skeletons and all that sort of stuff. Though you've never seen him pray before, he does almost under his breath utter some prayer to something.
I brought Caspian along because he was my least favourite of the crew, but I've now got a very special place for him in my heart.
I mean, he did take out a shark
He deserves a promotion.
and 2 Saffragine.
Yeah. He definitely
If I get a second ship,
needs a pay rise.
he's
Captain.
captain.
Caspian didn't kill a shark.
He killed
Did he not
something.
kill a shark? No, he didn't. He got a shark very low. Managed to hit a shark. Unlike someone.
I killed it then.
That is true. Griffin
That is
did kill
true.
it.
That's what about your finishes.
And with that, if there is nothing else, is there anything else anyone wants to do in this temple?
That's me persuading Oramis to give Caspian a pay rise as we walk out. He was just very good. He did a lot of work, didn't complain. Bit absent in that last fight. I'll let him off.
I agree.
Cool.
It's not a contested persuasion because
You agree? Cool.
I agree.
You managed to swim your way out of there, going obviously back up, especially for you and your heavy armor. It's a little bit clunky and a little bit awkward. You are physically knackered. Actually, roll me a quick Constitution save, and you, Mazzy, because you're wearing medium armor underneath the water. Both of you just roll a quick con save to just.
If you roll it within 5 feet of me, you get +4.
I don't need it.
It's 10
What would
feet.
you roll? Is it 10 feet?
It is 10 feet.
Either way, doesn't matter. Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both fine. You guys have been through a lot of this.
Do like a handshake
a lot
in the
of this
middle and you
stuff
just
before.
hear eagles. That's not an eagle.
You back out. You see the ship is waiting for you just beyond the craggy
Thank
rocks
God.
outside the thing. The wrecks of these ships, the 2 Saffragine ships, have now sunk into the into the water below. Where would you like
So
to go?
quick-
What's your
Quick
plan?
perception to see where, if there's anything because they must have had a way of getting in here. Hallowhand and the druids. Is there anything on the ocean pushing away or?
Yeah, I don't know much about the spell, but is there a limit to how far he can go from his whatever he used to escape?
Probably.
You can make an Arcana check if you like.
Probably.
If anyone else would like to
Be
help,
doing
you can
the
give him
Arcana check,
a
because-
We were discussing this, and I was saying I should give you some aid in this. I can't.
Okay. Where's that from? I need some help with this.
Turns out I was no help.
You obviously all you know about teleportation is what you've seen with Gylndan, and you
That's
know that
true.
obviously
Not very good.
with Gylndan you guys went, God, it must have been miles under the earth. Like you were so far that you needed a portal to actually make it there and back and whatever. So you're not entirely sure how like the distance they could potentially go with this.
Yeah, so basically I was useless.
Is there anything else?
Perception, just to see if there's anything in the water. or anything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Anyone want to put me on their shoulders so I can?
Do you want to jump on my shoulders?
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, do you want to go on my shoulders?
Uh,
I mean, I'm willing to burn a giant's might and a spell slot.
it's okay.
So 17 perception. As you're leaving, there doesn't seem well.
What was the point that way?
You can't seem to see anything around the area as you leave. But what's also quite interesting is as you're leaving the place, you know, you'd have expected there to be some maybe drips of water leading through the actual dry part of the cave, the entrance, but there was nothing. Wherever Hallowhand went, it wasn't back anywhere in this cave. It was God knows how far away.
Can I say to Oramis then that I'm really sorry, but I think we spent enough time on this.
Maybe you have. But there can never be enough time to reclaim what he's taken from me!
You okay?
You didn't
No.
do drama in school, did you, Luke?
Took a few too many hits on the head.
Did you? Is it obvious that I didn't do drama?
Drama queen.
Oh, I knew fucking you want to go, boy.
Yeah, I see how you're rolling tonight.
So, what is the plan now? You'll
Well,
make it back on the
okay.
ship. The crew are jubilant to see that you guys actually survived, and they note that no one has
As if they
seen
thought we
anyone.
wouldn't.
They haven't seen
If you
anything.
said that, then I'll say like, what's the plan then?
We need to find where he's gone and what he's taken.
No, that I mean, fucking obvious. How are we gonna do that?
You're the genius.
I'm really not.
You're the genius.
Felix, do you have any ideas?
I mean, I
He
know.
can't be far, can he?
What would I know naturally? I mean, I know Mazzy's done a check to see what type of spell he was using, but what do I know, like, naturally sort of about teleporting? Because obviously I know that he could have just, like, teleported and gone, like, anywhere. But what would Felix know?
Felix would know about teleporting. Obviously, that is a quite high level thing to do. However, with what you've seen and what little you know about potentially certain magics, obviously you're a wizard. You know that. Obviously, that is quite a high level thing to do. You know, the druids don't necessarily learn magic the same way you do. And they also don't necessarily good things. And they don't necessarily have a lot of the same spells limiting them. So that had nothing to do with the druid. It was obviously Hallowhand. His sword seemed to have quite a big part of it. The way he almost used somatic components with his sword, and the way the power came from it, as well as when the power came as he slashed the neck of the hydra.
Yeah.
So you can make me a quick Arcana check to see if you can try and Arcana or history.
They are the same, so I'll go for
Felix,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
really good at helping people with these.
Oh yeah. I don't suppose the entire crew could put their collective.
So you're trying to think.
Wow.
I said I
knowledge.
was very good at helping just before he rolled.
So you're trying to think.
I have never
About
seen anyone
what's,
use water to teleport before. I know nothing.
You're trying to think.
Surely you can
And
master
think, but there is nothing. There is like you're trying to remember all the different teleporting spells and see if any of them have any distinct. There was obviously, teleport, and maybe it was a just straight up teleport, but teleport through a sword, and obviously being a spell you could have prepared. Maybe it definitely wasn't like teleportation circle. There was no circle. There was a circle of water. Something to do with that, but no, probably not. That takes a long time to cast.
Does he have a location that he's attached to, or is that his boat?
Only his ship.
Okay, so
Having-
that's
Can we see his ship around?
I
You
tried
cannot.
that.
Oh, we did
I
get
got
it,
17, so
Having met him, there is again. Would I know about scrying to say, essentially say, if you guys can find me a scroll of scrying, I can find out where he is. But I don't have that as a spell, so I can't just do it. But if we could find something like that, I could learn it.
Potentially, yeah.
So, does he know about scrying then? Is that? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say it is a wizard spell. Is it one that you could technically cast right now if you had it prepared?
I don't know if that's an excellent
I
question.
think scrying is a fairly high level thing.
I mean,
it's like 5th or 6th level.
Mason is literally, it says in his character thing, wannabe wizard. I don't suppose he is a wannabe wizard enough that he knows scrying.
Can you imagine the disrespect of Ben giving your part-time crewmate, part-time wizard, a 6th level spell or whatever it is, but not
It
with
is
his
a
characters?
5th level spell, I can't cast it.
However, you can make. There is one slightly religious member of your crew. Who's
Yes, there is Walter.
that? Walter.
Walter, yeah.
Using Caspian statistics, make an intelligence check.
Using Caspian statistics. Okay.
Can I also say a little prayer to
Hmm?
Say a little prayer to Tyr.
Say a little prayer.
Do you say intelligence?
Yes.
Yeah, can I just say to Tyr, please help me in this situation. I'm very lost. Help this poor man, guide him.
Thank you.
You can't hear this.
No, I'm
It's very private.
I'm thanking you in real life. That's it. That's 9.
9. No, your
Surrounded
crew,
by morons.
your crew, though excited for you to be back, are quite disappointed. And they're all
Quite
like trying
disappointed
to rack their brains as to where he might have gone. The legends of Hallowhand.
Oramis, are
the
there
different
any more
things.
temples like this that you know of? Could it be he's after he needs multiple pieces for whatever he's trying to do, and this was just one of them?
We'll sit on a coffee table.
The only things your crew can maybe come up with is, find someone who works for him, or has to do stuff for him.
Been there, done that.
That's about as much as they can.
Bitten off an ear.
Probably shouldn't have killed him.
And obviously, them being in the shattered coast, like they know that from very, very much behind several curtains, he almost runs a lot of business there.
Should we just head back?
So
I can't think of a better option.
Let's
Yeah.
try coast.
yeah,
We've not rolled very well, but what we've deduced from our teleporting stuff is he's either quite close or he could be absolutely anywhere.
I mean, so out of character, he's either used teleport, which is a 7th level spell, or dimension door, which can only go like 500 feet.
Yeah,
And dimension door does allow you to teleport, but dimension door does allow you to take someone with you.
but doesn't he have to see where he's going?
No,
Dimension
I
door.
think you just have to know where you're going to be
you
able
have
to
to,
do
you
it.
have to have seen the place.
All right.
Ship's cabin.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere within 500 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets to it.
I mean, if we weren't even
Part-
500
Yeah.
feet through stone, he could have
Ship locked.
part of the ship.
There's no sign of him here, no water on the entrance. That would probably mean he didn't leave that way.
As you're on the ship, to move this along slightly, you're on the ship.
Move this along.
The day is waning along. Your crew get to work taking you back to the shattered coast. Oramis are a little disappointed.
A little.
And maybe at some point you would make your way back to your cabin. And in your cabin, from the not necessarily a gift, but just something that was left there from when you took this ship last, is a small mirror. And as you're sort of walking into the room, you almost
Is this
Take a
something that I've
glance.
forgotten? Or is this something that you're putting
this is something I'm putting in now.
Okay.
As you look at the mirror, and you almost look at yourself, you're not there. Is in fact the face of a bright silver serpent looking back at you, its eyes gleaming. Well, did we learn something today, Oramis?
Not enough.
Well, don't listen to him. Lies, Oramis. Tricks. Ruthless he is. And a stain on this world.
I know all that, but what's his connection to you?
Nothing. He's trying to get at you, Oramis. Trying to deceive you. Rile you up. Make you angry.
not clever enough. He's tricksy like that. But
Yeah, I sent her a photograph of the places that I took. But they're in your book.
he
Okay, bye.
There we go.
there is
Oh, my car's parked in the way, you'll just have to move it.
Okay.
Okay.
there is, however, one thing I can offer you, though I know not where he is gone.
I like to think that's in character.
This damn maid keeps getting in the way.
Him and his ship have a connection through a sword. Much like your blade, it is something I offered him when he was under my employ. He can traverse between this wherever and his ship immediately. Find the ship, find the man.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Slightly.
How can I find the ship?
Well, I can't do everything. Maybe there are people who can. You know of the one, the Admiral? He might be of some use in this situation.
Pay the Admiral a visit. Who's the Admiral? He's the guy that runs.
The Shattercast.
The
Ah.
This problem has cost me many followers, Oramis, and much anger. Reduce Hallowhand to nothing but dust, and you will be rewarded, for you are one of my more favourable warlocks.
Cheers, Governor.
Anytime. Now, I will go.
And as you're looking through this mirror, the snake morphs almost back to your face.
You snake.
Hey.
You snake.
You're definitely like Dodus's top 20.
Top 20.
Yeah,
Top 20.
I think so.
Top 15?
No.
Top 15's all dead.
Not after,
That's
not after that
first.
shambolic performance.
Somebody.
Not after that shambolic performance.
I should have asked him for a pile at least. It's not that I got anything.
You're very persuasive.
Dollars! Come back.
So just staring at a mirror, but there's nothing.
Please?
Please. So, the plan. It is probably, after all the traversing through everywhere, the combat,
the
everything, it is now, the sun is almost setting. It's about sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
While we're on the boat, can
While we're on the boat.
I identify this stupid book
Mhm.
that I found? This, I say stupid. Why am I calling it stupid?
That's
This seemingly
so
waterproof
offensive.
book that I
Seemingly waterproof book. So,
found. All I've got on my notes is waterproof book at the moment.
the book is
It's a book of
written in Giant, but there are translations throughout
I
it.
don't need that.
And it seems to offer healing. If you spend, well, essentially, this allows you to cast Prayer of Healing once per day.
Oh.
So you can take 10 minutes, and any, I think it's 10 creatures within range get 2d8 plus, plus something modifier, plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
Sorry,
No.
You crack on.
It's a bit of healing. Anything else you would like to
I have
look at?
some amulets. If I can see, if I see Felix doing this jazz, this
Mhm.
magic jazz, I've got some amulets that you said gave us something.
The amulets.
Sea pearl amulets.
sea pearl amulets.
Yes.
Yes.
I have 2 of them.
2 of them. So one of them,
Mhm.
which has around the pearl on the very end, it's almost like a very, very nice chain with a pearl on the end. And one of them has the chain being clutched by a large claw, almost like a crab.
Hmm.
And another one has the pearl being clutched by almost like a squid sort of tentacle. One of them allows a wearer the ability to breathe underwater for a certain amount of time per day. He can deduce with this thing that it is about 8 hours per day.
Pretty good.
And the other allows the person, so the claw is breathing, the squid is movement. When underwater, you have your full movement speed.
Okay.
Boom.
Nice.
Would you like a little gift?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the breathe underwater one.
Thank you.
He can already move his speed underwater.
Yeah. So you can have the breathe underwater. I'll keep the move underwater because I was
Thank you.
slow as shit.
Oh, that's
You are.
They're like amulets, aren't they?
They are, so you can just like wear them around your neck. Yeah.
Attunement or anything?
Nope, just whoever
Ah.
sticks one on the neck, move underwater like nothing. There was a ship's wheel and a trident
Yeah.
as well if you wanted to look through those.
Could I summon Caspian to my cabin
Mhm.
tell him to bring the wheel as well?
Mhm.
I'd like to give him a little tip.
Mhm.
Bring in the tip.
Uh,
My, you were showing us captain.
I'm gonna give him 2 gold pieces.
Mhm.
But I mean, this is just me wasting my gold because he's an irrelevant NPC. But I'm gonna give him 2 gold
character
pieces.
building.
Yeah. And I'm also going to offer him promotion to captain. We don't really have a guard on the ship, but he's going to be captain of the guard on the ship.
It's a totally irrelevant position. Does it come with a pay rise? Yes. Fine.
Yeah, he gets pay rise.
He just sits on benches all day, like tapping a cudgel in his hand.
He does mention to you the fact that obviously, like, he's very, very thankful for this money, but if he goes back and sees that after all your adventures and all your adventuring, you just haven't given anyone any money, you haven't paid any of your crew anything, yet you went to the Underdark and supposedly had all this stuff. Now, he's not asking for money, necessarily, but it's
Yes.
just it's whispers between the crew while you're away.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a cock.
Says the guy.
That they potentially, wouldn't mind
Okay, fine.
sharing in some of the spoils of.
Summon the crew,
Battle.
Caspian.
They wasn't actually being paid.
Bring them all here. Bring the
Now, by this, he literally means something like 2 gold. Like you could give, like that's more than you pay them. Anyway.
No, I just give
That's-
him a 2 gold bonus. I've doubled his wages.
He's loving life.
Yeah, like on a regular merchant ship, these guys would be paid like 10 gold for an entire journey. Like that would take them months. So
Okay, well,
just anything.
I'll bring them all to the cabin. Say sorry for the delay. It's been a ride, boys. I'll give them their money. With how many are there? There's 7. No, there's more than 7. Basically, I want to get rid of my coppers.
Hoppers.
Well, I'm paying them, and then this is just an extra. Sorry for the delay. Payment. 1, 2, 3,
I can just see you giving them all the
5, 6,
gold
7.
and then just chucking the copper
Yeah,
on the floor
so
like scavenge.
There's 7. So how much do I owe them?
A decent wage would probably be something like 1 or 2 gold.
Right. I'll give them 2 gold each. So 14.
Would you be happy with 1 or 2 gold, Ben? Would you be happy with 1 or 2 gold?
Depends on what life I was going to want it.
Yeah, so 2 gold each, and fuck it, give them a silver as well.
Very nice of you.
How reluctant you were to do that. Look how reluctant you were to do that. Fine, I guess I'll do it.
Man's got 2k.
Felix, you were about to say something.
I was wondering what else. If we're identifying if there's anything else anyone wants identified.
Trident at all magical? Or
The trident was magical.
yes, please.
I will identify your trident.
Thank you.
Now that I've paid my crew, can I inspect the wheel?
Inspect the wheel is magical, and you can get it identified if you'd like. Or you can just stick it on your ship and go.
Just
Have you set up like a little shop at the front of the boat?
Well, literally, I was sitting there identifying the book and the amulets. And
And everyone's just coming up like, here, what does this do?
Give me 10 minutes.
You get people like, this is my granddad's amulet, we've been in the family for ages, and you're like, it's not even metal.
So, the trident is a magical trident. It does, what is it? Obviously 1d6 regular damage, two-handed 1d8 damage. It can do either piercing damage or just straight up cold damage, as when it attacks, the 3 prongs essentially turn into icicles.
Ooh.
And it does an extra 1d4 cold damage on every hit. Pretty snazzy.
You can throw tridents, can't you?
You can throw tridents, yes. The ship wheel seems to be gifted with some kind of magic to allow the ship swifter over seas. And if you were to put this on your ship, you would gain a +1 hex.
Beautiful.
Your ship's movement speed, essentially.
I'll stick it on the ship.
Yeah, you stick it on the ship, and as you
Okay, hold on. We're in the middle of the ocean and Oramis just takes the wheel off.
I think it is literally as simple as like unscrewing something, pulling off the wheel, sticking on the other one, and then screwing it back on. Like it would take probably 20 minutes. But you could do that.
We'll just be
obviously.
sort of go around in circles as well.
Yeah, lock the rudder
But
hard
once
to
I
starboard.
put this
So they don't drift anywhere.
And as you place it on, you just see this almost like shimmer just sort of flow throughout the ship. As it does, this almost like light blue shimmer. And you feel the ship suddenly almost slightly increase in speed.
Tingles.
And it just moves ever so slightly more swiftly through the waves. As you gain a +1 hex to your ship's movement speed.
Pip my boat.
Boom! Anything else anyone would like to do at sea? It takes about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get back. Weather is decent, still bright but cold, very very cold. If nothing else,
What was the extra damage on that trident?
1d4.
1d4.
You can head back. And as you make it to the Shattered Coast, you notice a group of people waiting for you on the docks. The group of people consists of maybe some of the dumbest people you've ever seen. Half of them have got the fingers up their noses, sort of like, and also some really weird people. So these people have, these people are like half orcs, a couple of Goliaths themselves, humans who are particularly big and burly, and 2 guys who almost look like ogres but not quite ogres. You can probably imagine they're like half ogres.
Do they look like they're specifically waiting for us?
They are waiting where the ship was previously docked,
Okay.
and they're all just there, like arms crossed. You can tell, like as your ship sort of rounds the bend and comes in, like a couple of them just like nudge each other. Like, go time. Are you boys are cheating bastards?
No.
It's not lying, is it?
We've been waiting here for 2 hours. How did you get the wrong fucking thing? I don't know. Where the fuck are the cheating bastards? I don't know where are the cheating bastards. I don't know where they're meant to be. This is where they were last time. I spoke with their crew. Oh, Matty! He says to Caspian says to one of the half ogres. Oh, so it is the cheating bastards. No, not cheating, but change names. Oh, but it is you.
Leans over to you, Oramis.
Are we us? Depends what they want. Who's Matt? Matty? Yeah. Oh, he's a half ogre. I can see that. He cheats at dice. I cheats at dice. Okay, cool.
You have a lot in common.
He's thick as shit.
No, it's not us, mate.
Sorry, yeah, no, cheating bastards. I think if you go, they should be, I think they said that they were down like a few docks down. Yeah. And can you roll a persuasion check
I'd love it.
for me, please, Aramis?
Oh, that one it.
Wouldn't Caspian be helping?
I was gonna say.
Caspian's a persuasive man.
For the first time in your life, you just freeze.
Oramis is just like.
But you see, Sam.
The name
I
of Cheating
never
Bastard is just growing on Oramis. It's just, you know what? It's got a ring to it.
Ship number 2, maybe.
Cheating bastards. But yeah, this group is like,
Sorry to bother you then. If you see the cheating bastards, send them to the Admiral. Or us.
What do you want me to tell him it's about?
Well, that's between them and the Admiral. We're just there to send them there.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to go if they don't know why. Surely.
Well, I mean, just passing comment. Look, some people are coming to tell you that the Admiral wants to see you. You know, that sort of thing.
Would you want to go and see the Admiral?
I mean, depends what it's for.
My point exactly.
the half-o is looking at the other one.
Oh, thick as shit.
All of them are looking at this one half-ogre who's just like,
What? It would depend what it's for, wouldn't it?
Is it bad news? Because if it is bad news, obviously we don't want to try and scare them away.
This Matty looks at everyone like,
Don't know why this is something on me, but alright. The Admiral said to us, and this is exactly what he said, go find the cheating bastards. I need to see him now.
Is
That
it possible he was screwed out of some money at dice and he's looking for someone else, not the ship?
No. Maybe.
Of course, because no one would dare challenge the Admiral.
What if he was talking about just some cheating bastard? Yeah, but that could be fucking anyone. I mean, the Admiral's a busy guy.
I'll challenge
The-
the Admiral.
The Admiral's a busy guy. Yeah. Now you boys have got us quite a picture.
Why don't you go around and ask everyone if they've ever cheated at dice, and if they say yes, tell them the Admiral's looking for them.
Gotcha.
this Matty guy turns to leave, but half-o grabs him by like the scruff of his thing and pulls it back.
It's a good thing you're strong.
It's back.
Should we go to the Admiral?
Let's go to the Admiral.
Wait, so you are the cheating bastards?
No, we're going on separate business.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. If you see them on your way there, are we done now? No, we're not done now. We need to go find the cheating bastard. I need to sit down.
4 points of psychic dice.
These guys are, you know what? We'll meet you back at the pub, Matty. Sweet, alright.
They hand him like a copper piece that accidentally falls in his mouth.
Oh.
How the hell is he just swallowed?
Well, there's a drink for tomorrow.
One in the bank.
How much is a ship, by the way?
How much is a ship?
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
like
like-
thousands and thousands of gold.
Is it like less than 2,000 gold?
More than 2,000. I mean, if you wanted to get like something like the Dragon's Revenge, essentially a ship with a tiny little mast. Like Mark 1.
Yeah.
Something
was
with a very
900
small
gold.
mast and no defences.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like 500 gold.
Mm.
How did you get this one again? You read it out of Northgard, didn't you?
Yeah, we basically
we stole it.
basically
We
stole
stole
it.
it.
Basically stole it, and Daviek said, "Look, I'm not going to stop you.
Because I can.
The city has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares?"
Yeah,
about
enough
what
It
the
wouldn't
ship
have been
is?
there if we left it there because it would be destroyed in the fight. So.
Enough of this we stuff.
Oh, sorry.
We were passengers. You stole it.
I mean,
I consider
we
it
knew
payment
about the
for a good
crime.
deed done.
Sorry?
Consider it payment
A
for a
good
good
deed.
deed.
Okay,
It's
so
an
where
reward.
was our payment?
Yeah, but the ship is a lot nicer.
That's happening. That's what
But just general, what are the chances of me swindling someone out of their ship at a game of
Swindling them
dice?
out of their ship
I
in a
think
game
you'd
of
have
dice.
to put your ship.
Oh god, yeah, you would have to put your ship
For them.
against their ship in a game of dice.
It'd be a real shame if someone had loaded dice though, wouldn't it?
It really would, but then again, this is the Shattered Coast. That place was the most tricksy, wanted
Yeah.
Maybe
swindly
I won't.
people.
Maybe I won't. do
But
the
I'm not.
curse,
I'm not
but-
saying you can't do it. If you wanted to go do that,
I'll
I'm
bear
not.
it in mind.
You won't
That'd
be
be-
rolling with Matty, someone like Matty for the ship. Bear that in mind.
Yeah, you'd be rolling with like captains for their ships. But I'm not saying you can't try it. That could be funny.
Oh yeah, I want to now power
Okay,
down shit.
entirely
for
out of
sure.
character. But if you do this on like the ground and the dice is looking like shifty, I'll just give the ground a little bump. to make the dice.
just goes like this tiny little stone that just shuffles over.
like top in.
Yeah, exactly, like a little like punch up from underneath to make it roll over one more time.
Before we head over to see
Yes.
El Admiral, shall we
Yes. Yes.
take
Yes.
a time out?
Agreed.
Sing awfully to Ben, or not?
let's get back to it. So, we are back at it. The group of gentlemen, the group of gentlemen, end up walking along the docks. You see them just sort of pass a lot of docks, and you can hear in the background them just asking one about, "You seen the cheating bastard? You see?" No, they're back yet, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh yeah, they were part of that." No, that's the Dragon's Revenge now, not the cheating bastards. Where'd the cheating bastards gone? Oh, I don't know. Everyone's fucking confused. Matty.
This would be a really good comedy sketch, being in a town of cheating bastards looking for the crew of the cheating bastards. Like you said, all of them are cheating bastards.
Yeah.
Well, there's Gary in the local inn. I know he's loaded.
I was about to say, yeah, and as you're walking away, oh, he's a cheating bastard, I bet it's him! As you're walking down, you can see Matty, the first pub that you clock, which is, barely 100 metres down the road. Down the road, sort of up along one of the bridges. First pub you clock, immediately Matt is in there, and oddly quick for a half ogre is in there and out with 2 flagons of thing. Oh hey, really really happy.
How did he pay?
Shut it off.
You can assume he had a bit of money on him. Everyone make me either survival or intelligence check to try and make it to the Admiral's Tower.
What was your favourite thing about the Shattered Case? Well, we had to do survival checks anytime we wanted to go in.
Because it's so. This is just to see how long it takes you.
That was your persuasion. So, yeah.
So it turns out the Admiral's actually my brother, guys.
What rubbish reveal.
From another mother?
So yes, with your
father?
newfound drive, you manage to get there just before darkness falls, and you can see a lot of shops are now closing and things like that. But by the time you get there, the place is still open. Mm-hmm. 2 guards stand out front with a shoddy excuse for a uniform. It's sort of meant to be this very fancy naval pirate's coat, but you can see both of them have got stains everywhere on them, and one of them's missing one of the lapels, and the hats are on a bit wonky, and one of them's decided, I don't want to wear a hat, it's too fucking hot, even though it's freezing bollocks outside. But it is these 2 guards. They have these very, very long axes that sort of go down to their feet. And you would notice that the 2 of these guys have flintlocks on their side.
Weaponry.
Both flintlocks look different, so you can assume that they weren't given necessarily. Maybe were given, but not the sort of thing whereas every soldier gets the, like a police officer nowadays, every soldier gets the same thing. It's just whatever they had to hand, they gave to the people guarding this place. And these guys, but they are just sort of out front. And this tower is a rather spectacular place. Oramis, you know that this place has been around a long, long time. Longer than a lot of other cities in Ambyr. And through that time, this place has tried to mimic, in many places, things like the capital. It has on occasion tried to mimic the designs and influences that were going around, but almost like how some shops, there's almost like fashion trends, and then there's people late to the fashion trend, but so that by the time the next fashion trend's in, the shop's still trying to sell it like it's the first one. So this one's it's got the first sort of few things you can see almost like really, really old human architecture, and then there's elements of Elvish as you go up, and on the designs in the sort of second sort of thing of the tower, and then the third bit's obviously there's been some kind of siege or something there, so there's still repairs which even after many, many years haven't been fixed, and there's elements of dwarven architecture, and these dwarven sort of soldiers stood in these little sconces a little bit higher up, but then after that's elven again, and there's these very elven sort of gods and swirls and things about it. It's the most mismatched bit of architecture you've ever seen in your life. And it's not even straight as it goes up, it does slightly curve slightly to the left and then to the right, and has a very precarious roof going up. But
Sure we want to go into?
This is the Admiral's Tower. And yes, there are these guards at the front. It's quite a large, almost like barn door entrance, and they're like, state your business!
Wait to see the Admiral.
We've got some information on the cheating bastards.
Cheating bastards!
Oh, they're the ones the Admiral wants. Okay. Where are they?
Well, without payment, we should not disclose such information. Such information!
Do we let him in? Oh, I don't know. Let's let him in.
And then from a window above, you can see a man, not a tricorn hat, but almost like an admiral's hat. You know, one of them ones that goes almost like sideways, and these 2 points on the sides rather than the sort of tricorn. A very fancy, elaborate.
Bicorn, perhaps.
Yes.
I don't know
A
about
purple navy jacket with gold accents. That he's clearly pressed and kept very, very fancy and dear to his heart. He's even got a couple of what are they called, medals on his side, and he opens the thing. Let them in. Let them in. Come on in, gentlemen. I'll meet you downstairs. Dark skin, sort of trimmed, very nicely trimmed beard. Potentially the fanciest man you've seen here so far. Human, as far as you're aware. You're like, all right, attention. I'm not. Attention. I'm not doing attention. Please, come on. I'm not doing attention. Fine. Nudges open the door. Door's open. You are permitted entry inside, and inside is, again, the most mismatched place you've ever seen. There are carpets from almost like Arabic designs, which isn't necessarily from here. That would be from places like Titan and so forth. There are statues of like noble dwarf warriors that have nothing to do with the sea, but also very, should we say, revealing mermaids and merfolk and things like that. Not necessarily just women as well, like men too. It's a strange ass place. There's, in one corner there are a group of men who are probably meant to be working but are instead playing games of dice. In another corner there are just a group of, well, you can imagine, mercenaries. A group of ladies, each having like a longbow at their side, sat with their feet up on a table while some official-looking, slightly older bald man's trying to talk to them, seems like offer payment or something like that, but they're having none of it. They're like, no, up, more payment. We need more money for this. He's like, oh, but we don't exactly have the budget. More. Okay, fine, but and that's what's going on. And walking down the set of stairs that almost like goes up and loops around the back to get to the second floor is this man. He's fairly tall, about 6 feet tall. Human, like I said, dark skin, purple naval jacket. So you are... Points at Mazzy. You are Mazzarious. Yes, of course, Mazzarious, your brother, yes. And you're the dwarf. I'm kidding, of course, you're Oramis. What? I was told there was a dwarf and a bald fellow. Where are they? Who are these two?
These are our new friends.
New friends, I'll take it. Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm the Admiral, of course. Now, you said you had information on the cheating bastards, but last I heard, you were the cheating bastards, weren't you? The honest captain of the cheating bastards, the guardians of the cheating bastards?
It was never called the Cheating Bastards, but yes, that's who we are.
What was it called in the beginning?
The Dragon's Revenge. It's always been the Dragon's Revenge.
Might I give you some advice? Cheating bastards, a bit of a better ring to it. Though Dragon's Revenge has a bit more of a hardy look to it. A bit more mythical, yes, I can see how people might like that. Polsky points to the bald man talking to them. Yes, sir. Write down cheating bastards. Apparently it's free for use on a ship. Dragon's Revenge, well. He's like, yes, sir. Looks back to the woman. More. We don't have any more. Gentlemen, please, come with me. We have much to discuss, away from prying eyes.
Would I recognise this guy at all from my background?
You can make a history check.
Okay. Well, what would he recognise me? I think I saw him in a bar once.
Maybe you've heard of this guy. Obviously, a guy called the Admiral for a place like this is probably a bit of a skeevy bloke.
But he hasn't had any interaction with the group.
Not maybe.
Okay.
You think, especially the group that you were part of, you probably would have had some interaction, but at the level you were at, no.
Okay.
Or at least you wouldn't have known anything about it.
Cool.
They're going to follow him upstairs. He's not even looking back. He's just walking on up.
Turn around and leave.
I'll be the ultimate power player.
Walks upstairs. You loop around and then walk up again and loop around. And are now at a sort of level where you're above most of these slums and buildings over the Shattered Coast. There are a lot of buildings sort of tight packed to this tower. This tower does seem to jut up, through a lot of them. That's how people sort of know to get around. It's a very popular thing. I'll meet you near the tower, because obviously from most of the places around, that's what you can see. And you're on the third floor, and he opens the door, a very tall door. It's literally this wide, but 10 feet tall. Opens the door into this room, which is lavishly decorated in something that you probably would expect to find in somewhere like the capital. Very fancy linens and silks from all over the world. Statues and paintings of him and women that he is, as well as paintings of ships. A lot of paintings of ships and coasts and things like that, all around. A very decadent man. He tells him, please have a seat. Here for you. Don't worry. And he pulls up a chair, which is very long and has a little extra. It's almost like a chair within a chair, sort of, for you, so that you'll be at the same height as everyone else.
That's cute.
And he
Get a little boost.
drags that along.
I'm not sure if this is cute or just patronising.
I apologise for that. I was apparently Polsky said I should be more aware of the
Small folk.
Yeah. Small folk. I'm sorry, I don't really. No, I know many gnomes. I'm friends with many gnomes.
Sweating a bit there.
I apologise.
Why does this guy sound like Hugh Grant in Love Actually?
I have no idea.
That's great, keep it going.
Gentlemen, hello. First things first, I want to say, Oramis and Mazzy, fantastic work. I've heard you guys doing exceptional things all throughout Amber, and I'm most excited that you are here to help us. You two,
Gotta make a name for yourself, mate.
I think I did, knocking the shit out of that boy.
I'm sure to be welcome among these fellow gents that you must
I'm
be.
going to save you this
skill.
awkward interaction. We just beat a hydra down for you with some spectators on the side, yeah? So know us for that at least.
I mean,
Somebody's
Okay.
taking this a bit to heart.
I mean,
well done. Hydras are no easy feat. of
Oh,
course.
fuck your praise.
What exactly did you say?
Griffin,
Griffin,
Felix,
Felix,
Hydra Slayers.
Hydra Slayers. So you're the Hydra Slayers and you're the Guardians. I'm imagining there's some sort of team up going.
Well, I
on.
mean, if you're saying this, we also helped kill this.
Now,
if we're knocking off achievements, I've also.
I'm very confused here.
None of us have any ego. I just want to point that out right
It's
now.
not the most unified group dynamic.
Let's stick with the Guardians and Oramis Godslayer.
The Guardians and God Slayer. Okay.
Let's not say that. Just
not. Whew, okay. I should not have drunk before this. Would anyone like a drink? Perhaps. I have a fine selection here, and he walks over to his desk and pulls out this cane. And with this cane, flicks open this small cabinet on his thing, and there are.
Was it magic or is he just?
He literally just flicks up a handle,
Okay.
and there is this cabinet of very, very fancy. Obviously, you can't really necessarily tell how fancy the the alcohol is within, but the glasses and things are really decadent, like in the shapes of skulls and jewels and things like that. Like none of them are just a regular damn bottle.
Decadent.
Well, just the fact that someone has like shaped a glass for some
that's
rum
true.
or
Do
something
you have
out
any?
of that.
Do you have any full fire rum?
Full fire rum. I can't say. Let me just open this, and with another flick, he opens up a. He opens up a thing now, almost putting like a sort of riposte thing, and just like grabs it out. I knew we had some somewhere. Yes. Any more for any more?
I'll have what he's done.
Excellent. Throws away his
He
cane.
had half
Completely
fire
randomly.
rum.
Almost hits
This
one of you
is
in the
twice
head.
as
But
good.
pours 2 drinks, hands them over. Anything for the other
That
folks?
sounds like we're having 4 of the same, please. I'm speaking for you.
4th the same. There we are. Hands them over. Fire always helps take the edge off situations like this, and helps everyone relax. Takes a sec. Look at it. Yeah. Let's go with that. To be serious in my notes, but there we go.
He's brilliant.
He's serious. He's very serious.
He's exactly what this sort of place would have as a leader.
Gentlemen,
Compared
down to
the
get
modern
down to
standards.
iron tax. What do you boys know of Hallowhand?
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
can tell you for a fact we don't know where he is.
That is not helpful.
No. Do you know where he is?
We just had. Yeah, you didn't really ask the question about how he came across the hydra. He summoned it at the Temple of Njord, just down the road from here.
He
Down
summoned
the
a
coast.
hydra at the
Yes.
Temple of Njord. Was that his druid friend?
Yes.
The druid friend summoned one. Oh god. Well, that's
But
awful.
don't worry, him and I disposed of it.
So you disposed of his druid friend?
Yes, him and I. No, not the druid friend.
Not the druid
The
friend.
hydra.
The
They,
hydra.
they escaped. So if you have any useful information, we're very emotionally invested as well.
Well.
Hallowhand killed my wife. I haven't said it in 10 minutes.
Your wife,
Oh, who's she?
Ocean.
My wife. I'm very, very sorry about that.
That's no
I know Hallowhand has taken a lot from a lot of people. He's. If I'm going to be very honest with you, gentlemen.
Why are you
he's,
laughing?
Oh god.
Oh, my darling wife, beneath that.
It's pronounced Betha.
Bethany Ocean.
What does he? We're all just. What does he think? We're just laughing at your dead wife's name.
Bethany Ocean. That's her name.
Who'd have thought you'd been the basis for the name?
Oh my god.
Bethany Ocean. Oh, composure.
Oh god.
Are you laughing at the death of my wife? My sweet Bethany.
No, he's not laughing. God's laughing, but he isn't.
God's laughing. What? What? God flicking through the death. Breath in the ocean, drowned. Huh, very apt.
Oh, it hurts.
So yes, we're very emotionally invested.
I can tell. If I'm going to be very honest with you, gentlemen, Hallowhand has taken something from everyone, and he's was grabbing this city by the balls, if you don't mind a tough phrase. It is he has something on everyone. We are paying monumental taxes to him down at the markets and
in the ports. And he needs to be stopped. He needs to be dealt with while we are in Ambyr. Those people in Titan, they do not care about him. Titan is full of crazies. We must stop him right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
I have gathered a selection of captains who are willing to fight against him. But I was hoping I could get your support.
Come in.
Excellent! Polskit? Oh, he's downstairs. I'll make a note of that.
Can I make a condition? As long as the we lead the armada. We lead the captains.
Also, I
I
want
can
to be
make-
known as Commodore Oramis.
Commodore.
for the short duration of us.
No,
A yes
just
on
Commodore.
that one, but on Commodore Oramis. Maybe. Do you have a hat?
I do. I'm wearing it.
Hmm.
You're fucking right.
I didn't realise you were wearing a hat at this point. Makes you that as
That shot was strong.
It's just pure absence.
Yeah,
You're
that's it.
blind.
let me
Makes
plan
you,
that.
makes about as equipped
Deep in the
me.
bottom of the bag.
Excellent. Then, do we have a heading?
Depends. How much does this job pay?
Which is pay. Well, pay is
Vengeance!
Pays in vengeance, of
Payment
course, the
enough.
freedom of the people of the Shattered Coast.
Torture
You just
yourself
torture it out of money.
Also, a new ship would be very nice. Another ship, a second ship, a third ship, maybe. He's-
Depends who dies. If enough people die, maybe you can take their ship.
Ooh,
People support you. You're very
I hear a
popular
mutiny
man.
coming up.
I am a very popular man, that is correct.
You're a very popular man.
Also, the not the Black Wind.
The Black Gale.
The Misty Gale.
The Black Gale.
Yeah, that's a nice ship. I could take
That was a very nice ship. A frigate. First of its line. Very fancy ship indeed.
I think my friend is right. We're going to be saving you an absolute fortune in taxes. So
And a whole bunch of pain!
some of that should be coming. Do you want to pipe down?
Sorry, this stuff is strong.
Is strong, yes. There will be payment. Of course, there will be payment. You are soldiers of the Shattered Coast, and much like soldiers of the capital, you'll be paid. Of course, I will.
I think 2,000 gold should suffice.
2,000
Each.
I thought I was steep going in.
Polski! Shit, he's not answered. Fuck it. Fumbles around his drawers, pulls out a small stone, and as he brings it to his mouth, it almost lights up. Someone get Polski! Drops the stone back in, shoves the door, and waits silently, literally sitting there in silence like this for about 30 seconds. Before Polski ends up crashing into the... Yes! Yes, Admiral. What's the budget like? Well, after those women down there just bribed me out of everything we have no budget. Aha. I'll work on it. I think some ships should be going out of dry bond in a few weeks. Maybe I can get some men on that, take some of what they have, spread it around to you as honest payment. Well, honest being a slang term, of course. But I'm sure we can get something done in terms of payment. Maybe not your 2,000 gold.
Dang
I'm
it.
going to be honest there, my man. That's probably about as what I get paid in a few months' work.
It was a bit.
So he can't count. He runs out of arrows all the time.
Yes, I
Don't
yes,
even know how many I've got right now.
That's why I'm a sword man myself. I only need to count one thing. Pulls out this very, very nice sword.
Ooh.
Sword. Sheets it back in. And this sword, you can tell, is very, very fancy. Like over the sort of hand guard, there is like almost like wave-like patterns that go over it, and running up the side of the sword is like almost like elvish that writes something. He sort of flicks it about and puts it away too quick for you to see. But it is very, very
Very, very nice. Very fancy.
In lieu of payment, you could give us your sword.
Do you not really have a sword? No, your sword. Why is your sword broken?
I need to get it fixed.
Need to get it fixed. Yes, it looks like there. You might need a new sword. It's about this long. Half it's broken off. Was that against the hydra?
Yes.
Ah. Respect. Your sword, sir, looks particularly glassy and sharp. Where on earth did you find such a blade? How do you carry that thing around? It just seems impractical. I mean, how would one roll? How would one duck?
It's very strong.
I'm very bendy.
Meet me later.
You've had too much to drink, mate.
Maybe I have.
It's all here.
He whips off a disguise. It's the waitress all along.
And as he's looking around the room, like, you don't have a sword. Your swords are very
Short. You can say it.
apt for size. Twirls around. Anyway, gentlemen, shall we? Can everyone make a perception check?
Is he charming us?
No.
Fuck! Why do I keep doing this on this when we've got real dice to roll? I keep forgetting.
Oh,
I keep
yeah.
getting caught up in the RP.
Very perceptive. Good thing I
Oh,
rolled it on roll 20 first.
18,
18.
25, 21, 1, 6.
As he turns around and faces this painting of him. Now, to sort of paint a picture of the room a second. So the room is obviously like a rectangle. Say it's very much like this here. And you walked in through here. This is, his desk is sort of here, his chair. There's a wall here and 2 windows either side. And now, so we've got Oramis on one side, Mazzy on the other, Griffin on one side there. Felix, you're sort of like in the middle, trying to get comfortable in your chair, which is very difficult. And you can't get a great view out. But all of you would see, stood on an opposite rooftop, a person, hooded cloak, a shroud, and an orange glow
Oh, can I
in their hands.
grab him, the Admiral,
Yeah.
and I'd get him to the floor?
Get him to the floor.
Yeah.
So that's your reaction. I'll say, Felix, unfortunately, you don't get one.
Nah.
Everyone else gets a sort of reaction, as it were. As this guy's spinning something yellow in his hands, and very suddenly, this
It's my reaction.
yellowish streak smashes through the window.
I was going to say, would my reaction be quick enough to beat him to firing, but it seems like it's too late.
Yeah, this is almost like a reaction when you step on a trap, sort of thing.
Oh,
This
okay, right. Yeah, dive to the side if I'm not ready. So,
Dive to the side.
Yeah, I guess throw myself to the floor.
Throw yourself to the floor. So I'll say that because you guys.
Man, his chair.
So
I'm in danger.
Felix, unfortunately, you haven't seen anything until whatever strikes through the window already strikes through. Oramis and Mazzy, you guys are on the floor. You have spent your thing getting the Admiral down.
Yeah.
So I'll say the Admiral is fine. He can get advantage, but unfortunately you won't. Can everyone make me a dex save? Felix and Griffin, just regular dex save. Both Oramis and Mazzy with
17.
advantage. 17,
13,
13 with advantage.
18.
Oh, hang on a second.
18.
That is a 10.
Does
I
everyone
need
get-
to
does everyone get
roll
plus
so many
four?
dice.
Everyone
Oh
go-
yeah,
Everyone get
that's
plus
true. Are we?
Oh,
Who's
22.
Who's within 10 feet of?
I'll
Griffin?
say, for the purposes of this,
Ooh.
everyone can be within 10 feet of
21 then.
21.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Excellent.
21.
Oh, wow.
221.
22.
9.
With, oh no, yeah. So,
Oh, I get it.
9,
Yeah.
21.
21,
22.
22, 21. Okay.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Everybody dies.
You take nothing. Evasion. You manage to dive to the floor, roll underneath a thing. So when this yellow streak ends up in the room, and for a brief second hovers there on the wall, but only for a split second before explodes, blowing the entire wall of this place off into the street. The entire tower physically shakes. You, 46 fire damage.
Holy moly.
Everyone else, 23. You, nothing.
Yeah.
What? I need to roll for the Admiral.
22, and I get.
The Admiral fails
Yeah, must
With advantage.
with advantage.
How much the damage again, sorry, Ben?
The other one passes. 23.
Cool, cheers. I mean, not cheers, but you know.
And as you guys look up, you can see on an opposing rooftop, literally like the distance between you and this person is about 30 feet. But the distance between you guys and the rooftop is probably about maybe 10 to 15 feet, a somewhat jumpable distance. But there is this person, a black figure with a black sort of sailor's coat but a shroud over their face, like over pretty much all of them except for their eyes. Like literally covered from head to toe in black garments, like black leather gloves, black boots, things like that. And his hands are literally just outstretched like that, almost singeing from this flaming thing.
I'm going to fire a seismic arrow at his feet.
Oh,
Well, at this point, I'm going to say we're going to roll initiative.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Damn it.
As he looks like he's going to belt the fuck away. So this would be a chase.
Come on, good initiative.
Oh,
Right,
really?
19.
Get him before he goes away. That's why I said it so quickly.
20. Unnatural 20.
A natural 20. Okay, so I'm going to put this
I'm just going to.
up on the
16.
thing.
Shit.
So everyone just remember their
12.
rolls. 20, 16, 12,
19.
19. So it goes. No.
I wanted to send the result into the roll-turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Yes,
So it goes Felix,
that really hurt.
Oramis,
Ow.
then Mazzy,
12,
then what did you roll?
16.
16, and then you 12.
Great.
So then that's
I'll put the distance of half.
Griffin,
Sorry,
and
I
then
got to think of this.
Mazzy.
Hold the person.
Okay.
It's like, do I do the thing that guarantees I get there? Or do I do the thing that will give me advantage to
So-
get there?
It's very, very
I'm
small,
literally
but this
going
is
to the
the
top and looking at Misty arrow.
it's the initiative order just at the top there. And this is essentially a chase. So you guys can use your action
Music.
to make an athletics check. And because this is a sort of chase, he's fucking belting the fuck away.
Do you know how you roll, or is that?
Mhm. Obviously. You'll probably find out after the first.
Yeah, I know.
So,
He's first.
so because this is a chase, it is assumed that you are spending your action to dash. However, I meant to get a thing up for this, but I didn't get a thing up for this. That's fine. So, essentially, remember your place. Actually, I can get it ready in just 1 second if you guys just speak amongst yourselves for literally 2 seconds.
Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. Let's get after him.
Good idea. Ow.
Ow, that hurt. I did not expect that.
Oramis, there's not a burn mark on you.
I'm very quick.
How on
Oh.
earth did you?
I managed to avoid the explosion.
Felix, your chair. It's destroyed. How are you?
I think this is, I'm singed, but I think it's a win for society with the destruction of the chair.
Oh. I know a lot of guild people that would disagree with you. Why are we talking about this?
I don't.
Well, why are we still talking? Why are we not running?
So wait for Ben to set the thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't want that.
That's quite funny.
Yeah?
He's typed in chase music and it's come up with the chase theme music.
Would be.
Should we just get the? Oh,
No, you want the Benny Hill thing.
So, if I go like this is maybe the worst map we've ever had on this series, but
Oh wow.
if you bear with me, this isn't a map. This is just something I'm.
100 meters!
This is just something I'm working on. So this is essentially
Oh my god.
Oramis?
in order of
Lol.
initiative. So this is all.
You
everyone
probably
can-
wouldn't sprint. No, I don't really know how you do a sprint.
Well, that's fine now.
Well, I mean, it's.
You'd have to break it down to ability checks rather than to standard movement, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Can we roll for lanes?
I'm doing the lanes.
Lane one.
The lanes are essentially initiative.
Oh,
So
I
just
don't
a-
like my position then.
Well, yeah.
And then the one in this lane is the bad guy who I'm
The bad
going
guy.
to.
How much did you roll? What did you? 20. Oh, for God's sake, yeah, well done.
I rolled 17 plus 3. So.
You must have rolled really well. You wouldn't have a huge modifier.
Well, I assume this person is quite dexterous.
Well, spellcaster.
The chase music is too early.
Yeah, because
Oh god, they
We're gonna
have
get to
pirate
this soon.
ones.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got-
this
you got
changes
that.
everything.
Yeah.
what?
I've started, but I'm not running on the spot because I'm
Pirate
I
tokens.
haven't gone anywhere yet.
This is amazing. I'm just going to go with something like this. This is not representative of what this guy looks like.
he's
But-
really small as well.
It's not representative of what this guy looks like, but there we go. So, this guy immediately starts here because you guys need to get past an obstacle first. So, Felix, it is your turn. Like I said, it is assumed that you're spending your action to dash. If you dash, you maintain speed. If you don't dash, you pull back speed. Actually, he's there. And essentially, if you dash, you move 1, 2, like that. If you just move 1, like that. However, there are also obstacles that you guys will need to get past. The first being jumping from where you are onto the buildings where he is. That will be a just free action with a check. Oramis, in terms of sprinting, if the ability check is something to do with sprinting, then it will be like you'll have advantage because you can bonus action dash. As well as Mazzy, if it's something to do with like going up, going down, and you want to use your boots, advantage.
If I can see him,
If you can see him, you can fire an arrow, of course, which might hinder his movement somewhat.
or
Also, if he
fire myself over there.
yes, or if he shoots or fire yourself,
I should put myself
that
in the
might
Bible.
also work. Yeah. So we'll go. So this guy is there. Felix, what would you like to do? You're in this room. There's a gap before you.
How far away is he?
He is about from where you are in the middle of the room.
How close can I get to him without using my action to dash?
Not very far. So you have to get to the edge of the thing, jump over this gap, and then about 5 to 10 feet further into the
So you-
further into the thing.
Basically, can I get within 30 feet of him?
Say 10 feet, 15 feet. Without dashing, no.
Without dashing, no. Damn. Okay, I'm going to cast haste on myself.
You're going to cast haste on yourself. Excellent.
Yes.
Sorry, I may have just glossed over this. Is the Admiral okay? He was fine.
He took damage, but he took half.
He took
Okay.
half damage. He's on the floor like.
Yeah. He's a bit dazed and we all just disappeared.
He is, yeah, like he's. Yeah,
Just wanted to
this was big. This is big.
Oh no, it's better.
Fireball.
I'll cast fireball, I guess.
Yeah.
I bet that's a big up. There's delayed fireball, isn't there?
That's 9th level, I think.
That's
Yeah.
8th level.
Is it?
You don't know who we're dealing with here.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to cast haste on myself. And then bonus action Giant's Might. So I get advantage on strength checks and strength saves.
Cheers.
And then I'll just Terminator style.
Charge after. Okay, make
Yeah.
me an athletics check
Actually,
to leap the gap,
Oh,
or acrobatics, your
look at
choice.
the crack.
Acrobatics.
You broke my hand.
To leap the gap, land, climb, and keep going.
22.
You're fine. You. So what was it? That was your action to do that,
Action.
but then you hasted yourself.
So I get double movement.
But that is also your so. Okay, so it's your action to haste.
So my action to haste, and then my movement speed doubles because I'm hasted.
Aha, yes. Okay, cool.
And I get
And
advantage on
then
dexterity saves.
cool. So
And I get an additional action, which I can also use to dash.
additional action,
Which
you can
means
also
that-
to dash.
I can move with haste. I can move using my action to haste. I can move 75 feet this turn
This turn.
because it makes my movement speed. What does it make? So it makes my movement speed 50.
Yes.
So then I can move 50 with my movement speed,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
You
get
have
an
an
additional
extra
action to dash. So I can move 100 feet.
Okay, so you immediately then, like, with all of that, you are now on this guy. Like, this guy's, like, turning around to start running, and you are just, like, fucking there.
And there is just a
Like, right there. There is just this huge guy looming behind, so I'll say you are there right up with him. Oramis, your turn.
Can I?
There's a 15-foot gap. You're about 5 feet, well, actually 10 feet away from the edge of the building to jump.
Can I bonus action, use Misty Step.
Misty Step,
To
just to
get
get
across.
as far over
Yeah.
as you possibly can. So
That's
15,
one of the two spells.
15 feet onto there, you are now there.
Can I? What, do I still have movement to like chase him?
Well, you still have
Or
your
dash?
bonus action dash and movement, so yeah.
Or can I use the rest of my movement to chase him?
Yeah, just make me an athletic check.
Yes.
Oh
Nice.
my lord.
Oh yes, very good.
Eat
Very
the
good,
front
very nice.
He did several frontals.
Yes, very, very nice. You are like up there with things. So, like as Felix is leaping over, landing and sprinting, and as Felix gets up to sprint, suddenly you just right next to him, dash alongside him. And as you guys are like moving, like the Shattered Coast has not been built very, very well. There are some tiles in some places, and you can just feel the ground rumbling as Felix is literally like pushing them away with your feet, like with his feet, like just fucking charging down this thing. Griffin, it's your turn.
Yes.
What do you like to do?
Can I get within 30 feet with him if I dash?
If you dash, probably yes. But you have to make an athletics check to leap over the thing
Okay,
first.
let's do it. Right, so I'm going to action dash to get within 30 feet of him.
Action dash. Get on 30 feet of him. Just
athletics.
athletics.
19.
19. Yeah, you're fine. You again, like the others, leap over. You can get within 30 feet. Not quite, the extensive range that necessarily everyone else has, but you are there.
Okay, and then he's got to make one of these. My challenge abilities to do champion challenge, and he's got to make a wisdom save, and if he fails, he can't move more than 30 feet away from me.
Fuck. All right. That is a natural 16.
Oh, he passes. He's literally got a DC. That's really irritating.
That was also +2, so
He's smashed it then.
yeah, somewhat smashed it. Yes. Was that your action to do?
No, it's bonus action.
Bonus action. All right. And Mazzy,
Right, so I'm going to get to the highest point where I can see him.
highest one where you can see him, literally like just at the entrance of the thing. And I'm assuming you're going to miss the
I'm
arrow.
not going to miss the arrow. I'm going to fire an ensnaring arrow because all my friends are quite close.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to fire this. I'll put it in the chat so we can see.
It's a very long description.
Oh, actually, wait. No, sorry. It's his turn next.
what?
I'm very sorry. And with his turn,
I
he
thought you
just
went first.
he didn't go first. That was just him naturally being
Right.
far away
That
from you
makes
guys.
sense. Okay, fine.
So on his turn, he's just gonna fucking peg it. And as you see, he is like getting up to the edge of all these buildings now that he's like leaping over, and it's obviously quite a big drop. So you can see he literally leaps off the edge of this building,
Oh, it's going to be tight.
and just with a like thing of his like slap of his chest, just floats down, lands on his feet.
If
you know, I'm
literally next to him,
If you're literally next to him,
do I get an attack on him?
attack of opportunity. I'll say yes.
Can I use that to try and grapple him?
Ooh. Can
So
you use an attack
foregoing-
of opportunity to grapple? I'm going to say it's an attack, then grappling is a melee attack. I'm going to say yes, you can. This might change what he does, but yes, you can.
So what's that? Just my strength,
Yes.
and I have advantage on strength checks because I'm big. So that's a 15.
15. He needs to be to 15. He's going to go with acrobatics instead of athletics.
I bet he's a crafty fucker.
Oh, and he rolls a natural 1.
Not that crafty.
As he is like sprinting away, he's about to leap off, and you just grab him by the scuff. Like grab him by the scuff of his scowl at the back of his jacket, and just yank him backwards. And he's like almost like trying to break out of his jacket, but he's wound himself up like too tightly in his belt. He's going to get through. Very, very awkward. So instead, then he's going to use his bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Bastard!
And Misty Step out onto the ground. The ground is about 20 feet down.
Okay.
So like at the edge of this building. Ends up 20 feet down in the midst of a crowd of people. And then uses his
Full action to
full action to dash and everything. So he ends up, boom, there. Now, Mazzy, it's your go.
get him.
Can I still see him?
You cannot, unfortunately, still see him. However, you could, I don't know, do whatever you like. You can see your friends are meters away, like a long way away, dashing away. Obviously, all this is necessarily happening at the same time, so you can see your friends like bolting it off.
Sorry, I'm not really updated.
Yeah, this
have
is
we
the-
had a short rest or a long rest since we've had our last fight? Have I gained any spell slots back?
I don't think you've
'Cause
gained
we
spell
went-
slots
we're
back
on
on
the-
a short rest. You wouldn't have had a long rest. It was only like 2 hours or
I
so.
can't Hunter's Mark
Did
it.
we
just
have a
check
short
the
rest?
windows.
We didn't declare it.
Yeah.
You
No,
never
we didn't.
declared
That's
saying
fair.
it, so
That's fair.
So yeah, I would have Hunter's marked him to know where he went, but I can't because I'm out.
that's fair.
So sorry, what is the terrain? There are. He's on the ground.
It's like rooftops. So
We're all on rooftops.
yeah. So he's leapt off a rooftop onto the ground.
Yeah.
On his sort of turn,
And he's over the other side.
he's
of
like
the
over the other side of that, so you can't necessarily see
Okay.
him anymore. But your friends are like charging over there, so you can. You
I'm
can,
wasting a lot of magical arrows today, but why not? It's fun. I will Misty Fire.
You paid 2,000 gold for this job, man.
Yeah.
We're rolling in it to buy all the
We're
magic.
rolling 2,000 gold for this.
We just saved his life.
That's true.
I'm going to fire an arrow to this.
Once we get a
Just
second
where
or
he was,
third
where he
ship,
disappeared.
the
So it
tide
lands
fund is going to get
So
blocked
lands
up.
like on the edge of the
on the
rooftop.
edge, and then I've got my movement after that.
Okay, yeah. So edge of the rooftop, you suddenly like
Yeah.
as everyone else is there, you've just joined like
Yeah.
Felix and Oramis is there like whoa like that.
And I do a jump down.
And you do a jump down.
Ooh, I've got a second shot, haven't I? Can I see him from there?
I'd say yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Okay,
can see
I'm
him down
going
in the
to
crowd
then
from
fire my ensnaring arrow
the snaring arrow.
from the top, from where I was.
Cool. It's strength save to break free of it.
I had it in. Where's the bloody thing gone? It is.
Strength saving throw, yes. So he makes a strength saving throw. Oh, come on, my boy! Fails.
Yes.
Snare and arrow. Falls to the ground, trying to break free of this arrow. You still have your movement.
He takes 2d4 piercing damage as well.
2d4 piercing damage on that right now.
Which was a bit shit, but there we go.
Yeah. Are you gonna make your way down?
Yes, and then I'll make my way down.
Yes,
If
so
it's jump or
it's 20 feet down.
Yeah.
If you want to use a thing of your if you want to use one
I'll
of
save
your,
them, to be honest. 20 feet is quite far, isn't it? Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
I'll use them. Yeah.
use them down. That's perfectly fine. You're down. You're fine. Not quite next to him. Like he's like say like 10 feet just in the middle of this crowd. Now
But
little bit
now
of
can't
a like circular form now. But yes, you are now there. Back to the top of the round. Then he needs to make another strength save to try and break free of the vines. Oh god, he doesn't even have any modifiers to strength. So unfortunately, he is still wrapped up. So what could he do to get out of this?
Nothing. He's stuck.
He's restrained. So his movement 0, so he can't fucking move. Fucking piece of shit.
I think that was a nice little check.
Is it his turn? After that.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Fucking hell. No, it's not. I'm getting confused with all this. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way.
Yeah, that's what
Bam,
confused me in the first
bam,
place. He
bam.
was between. Yeah.
Bam. There we go.
I'm now up.
Felix.
I'm now up with him, aren't I?
You are now like
I can't
there.
move myself.
You are now like there, away from him. Felix, it is your turn.
Okay.
You've seen down below. He's fallen in the middle of this crowd, wrapped up in this ensnarement.
I am going to just jump down and run after, and like try and just like physically then grab him as well.
Cool. Make me a dex save as you jump down, 20 feet down. Obviously, right now you're like 12 feet tall, but that's still 20 feet down.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Very, very nice. I'll say instead of 1d6, you'll take just one piddly d4 of damage.
And it's
still 20 feet. Cocked. 3. You take 3 bludgeoning damage
Cool.
as you land fairly hard on your feet, but
Sorry. Roll.
you've landed, and as you've landed, like you didn't realize that like behind you was like a stall of like oranges and stuff, and this is all just falling over, and it's like, oh for fuck's sake, I have to put that back up.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll just run up to him and like just try and like, because he's restrained by magic, can I like, you see he's got like a hood on, can I try and
Yeah.
pull that off or something like that?
Yeah.
To like
yeah. I'll say
identify.
I'll say he's restrained, so it's like physically wrapped around, so yeah, and he's on the floor prone. He's pretty fucked at this point. Nothing else really he can do, so yeah, you can pull it off, and underneath all of this is a human. With a human, his head is shaved, though over sort of the top of his head, he has a almost like shark-like sort of tattoo over his bald head. A pretty ghastly scar like over his like nose, to the point where one side of his nose isn't even there. But he sort of like looks up at you, and as you sort of like pull that off and turn around, he just spits in your face.
Nice.
He's lying on the ground.
He's lying on the ground.
Can I use mould earth to make shackles from the street and just lock his wrists?
I'll say you can use mold earth to make one shackle.
Okay.
It's like one shackle to just like grab it. Like he's already like wrapped around, but then you just use this thing to just. This is the Apex Legends music.
I wouldn't know. He's got a picture of Assassin's Creed Connor on it.
Yeah, this
No, this is the music that iTemp uses at the end of his videos.
Yes, it is.
For his
That's
Apex
it.
Legends videos.
Excellent. Anyway, yes. So he has one arm shackled next to him. He's like not necessarily like double restrained, but yeah, he finds things very, very difficult to do now. Right up with him. Oramis, you're next.
I want to jump down, take the damage.
Leap down, take the damage. Make me a dex save.
Yes.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. 6
Oh, that's rude.
bludgeoning damage, unfortunately.
Ouch. And then can I bonus action dash?
Bonus action
Would
dash.
that get me up to him?
I'll say like jumping down 20 feet and 10 feet to run over to him. You don't even need to bonus action
Okay.
dash.
Yeah, he's on the floor, right?
He is on the floor, wrapped up, hand restrained. You guys did very, very well on that. You had a lot more abilities than I thought you did.
Can I put my concealed blade to his throat and say, who are you?
Yeah. And Griffin?
Can I get up to him in a normal movement?
In normal movement, so you dash, but everyone else dashed like crazy. So I'll say you would have to dash to get fully up to him. So you would have to essentially use your bonus action dash to like get right up to him.
I just want to kick him because he, burnt me to.
I mean, you can try and like land on him.
Yeah.
If you really want to, roll just an athletics check.
Oh, he's getting.
I'll say you'll take like almost full damage of just like falling 20 feet, but you can physically land on him. Like
From the roof.
From the roof, if you wanted to. But that'd
Yeah,
be the only way
my
you
blood's
could damage
pumping
him.
a little bit. So,
Yeah.
Athletics +8. Natural 20.
Natural 20, fucking hell, yeah. So you like just fucking charge out of the way, and then you pull out your shield, leap, and then just all of a sudden, like Felix, you've just like molded the earth. Oramis, you've got your thing to his neck, and then suddenly you can just see the shadow from above. You watch out, and just suddenly, Griffin, you will take the full damage. Oh fuck no, that was only 4 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, but landed and roll me. Oh god, so that's 2d6 plus. I'll say roll me 4d6 plus your strength. 14 plus 18. Yeah, so he takes 18 damage. Holy fuck. Yeah, at this point.
I just killed him. I didn't mean that.
You haven't killed him, but he's like.
Dick.
But yeah, you. I mean, that's. I don't think that does. That's just. Oh, he's on the floor. Yes. So then, Mazzy, you're right on the edge.
I mean, I'm just.
Oh no! You weren't even on the edge. You were like down 10
I came
feet.
down. I was pretty much next to him, but not.
So I'm assuming you're just going to walk up to him. You have your action and bonus action. What do you want to do?
We're all here. We're all on top of him.
Yeah. Okay,
Should we just let you join them? The
actually,
market?
it's his turn. Does he have any spells?
Yeah, he's got one, isn't he?
You need to get out of this. He's got one. He's got one hand fucked. Is Misty Step somatic?
Oh, he still needs to. Oh, can he Misty Step out of mines now?
I'd say so.
Misty Step is abjuration. It is
Just verbal.
instantaneous.
Just verbal.
Yeah.
Waste must be magic.
He fucks off 30 feet. Get that music back on.
I got rid of it. I thought it was over.
Action. Dash. He sort of looks up like, stay away. Pulls things back up, turns around, bolts into the crowd. You can all follow if you like.
Yes.
I'm going to Misty Step after him.
Misty Step after him. Okay, so we'll go to Mazzy. So Mazzy, you've seen like you were meters away from him before then. Just something. He's got up, run off. He's past a bit of a crowd. You'll have to make a check to try and maneuver your way through the crowd easily.
How many
But
ensnaring arrows do you have?
Oh, sorry.
How many ensnaring arrows do you
It's no, I've got 4 left. Can I still see him?
I'll say
Tricky
you'll have
shot.
a lot of cover. It'll be very, very tricky. But
You are the best.
I've got no sky boots left either, so I can't get any more height. But I am the best. I've heard somebody whisper in my ear.
Roll it with the dice.
I've already hit it.
18.
What is it? Because I can't see.
It misses.
Some poor innocent. Some poor innocent instantly.
Some poor innocent dude just like
Does that deal damage as well?
Yes, 2d4
Actually, roll it.
damage. Roll
Kill someone.
2d4 damage. If you do
Yeah,
more, if you do more damage,
what's
so
the-
how much damage health does a common have?
The
I
triangle.
think
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
4.
triangle. Yeah,
Oh, it could be 4, you're right.
Common.
Am I going to kill someone? Am I going to kill a civilian? Would it actually hit somebody? Or would it just like
You fired in a crowd.
It would hit,
Okay,
explode, and potentially kill them.
Call 911. There's an emergency.
5?
Arrow, thorns, so it's like, and then just starts.
I've got just a cleric as not lethal damage.
Can I? I got them on noise. Cheers. Can I use? What was that? Was my
Pray for redemption? Yeah.
Healing spirit. Can I cast that at the same time, or was that because my action was to fire?
Your action was to fire.
Is Healing Spirit?
Healing spirit's where I put a mark.
Is it
on
is it a bonus action?
I know it's got a bonus action element to it.
Let's have a look. I'll put it in the chat.
Because is the like actual.
One bonus action,
One bonus action, yes.
Yes.
So you can use
Just heal the guy. I just
yeah,
killed.
yeah. You can use a bonus action to heal the guy, but obviously on his next turn, if he fails his strength save, he'll take
Well,
the damage
I've done what I can do.
You've done
I've tried
what
to
you
heal
can
him.
do.
We're now off trying to get chased.
You've done what
I'm
you
also.
can do
I'm now going to be
his
moving my 30 meters.
move 30 feet into the crowd,
Fucking
just
hell,
past
Matt.
the crowd.
Well, I've tried.
30 meters.
You could stop and help.
Well, if I'm going to run past him,
Yeah. That's fair.
maybe we're running towards him.
Okay, there you
I
go.
tried to cut the ensnarement and ended up slitting him.
If you'll permit me one more round,
Yeah.
something interesting will happen to start the next session, potentially, and give you guys something to think about. So Mazzy, you're like there. So Felix, you're up. You've landed. He's puffed off. You've heard something like you've seen Mazzy thing, but someone in the crowd just go.
I'm gonna immediately Misty Step to follow him, and then I've got 100 feet of movement. If I use,
Yeah.
I've got 100 feet of movement and an action.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Misty stepped to follow him, and then he is rogue like. So obviously, no. Misty stepped to follow him, and then he obviously dashed as an action, and he dashed to turn a corner. And yeah, as you're following, you see that turning the corner, you can see a lot of cages around you, a lot of different sort of cages.
Okay.
And as you appear there, they're rattling and stuff as a new person has arrived, especially big person. As you peer in, there's lots of different creatures and things like that potentially being sold here for their parts, or for potentially arena fights. You know, pit fighting is a big thing here. Things like that. What would you like to do?
I mean, if it's a case of like trying to catch him, I'm just gonna go full juggernaut, like.
Yeah, like 100 feet. You can full fucking juggernaut up to him if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I've got an action.
your speed. Yeah, you have an action. What would you like
I'm
to do?
gonna just try and grab him again.
Try and grab him again, of course.
Yeah.
Is there anything we can do to stop him?
Not wait till he runs out of spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock him out or do all that.
Yeah,
If
so
he's
roll
done it twice already,
a
hasn't he?
athletics or acrobatics, I think it is. To
Uh,
grapple someone is contested. So
Yeah.
think
Well, I
it's
just roll strength because I've got advantage on strength checks, which I just rolled strength last time.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, roll. Strength, you have advantage.
That's a 17.
17. He's gonna try.
Just plus strength.
Or I'm very sorry. He slips free as he
that's
rolled a natural 17 and has proficiency in acrobatics. So as you sort of like charge up to him, trying to grab him, he just sort of slips under your thing, almost like chops your hand down, and continues on his sprint. Not necessarily running towards, not necessarily looking like he's trying to run down the street, but almost like he's trying to go for one of these cages, a particularly large one.
Oh dear.
Oramis.
Can I make my 30 feet of movement sprint after him?
Yeah.
Can I bonus action dash another 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
How close does that get me to him?
That gets you pretty close to him. He's about, so he did 3 bits of movement, so that gets you 30 feet away from him.
30 feet.
This guy can't believe how fast you two are.
Yeah, yeah, this guy is insanely thinking, he's like, oh fuck, I just thought these were just like a bunch of like warrior dudes, not these fucking speedy ass guys.
I just thought something else I could have
Are
done.
you sure that he's not within 15 feet of me?
He is not within 15 feet of you, I'm afraid.
Okay, can I then Eldritch Blast at his legs
Eldritch Blast at his legs. Okay, I'll
to try and like, you know,
yeah, roll to hit with Eldritch Blast. I'll give him a ever so slight AC boost as you're trying to just specifically hit his legs. So what is his thing? Oh, 15 damage as well. Yeah, so I'll say that would hit. I'll say he gets to make an acrobatics check to try and recover from one of his legs being hit as he's mid-sprint. 14 plus that's an unnatural 20.
19.
19
Oh,
plus
19
9.
plus 9. Yeah, that hits again. So I have to think that's an unnatural. That's an 18.
What do I have to roll for damage?
Just click the Eldritch Blasting again.
Oh, okay.
It should just do damage on it.
So
Oh, there's 1d10 plus 5.
Is that a D10?
No, it's D12.
Good, because that was a shit roll. Which one's my D10? Oh, thank you.
1.
Plus 5. So that's 6.
That's 6.
It's still the same. Yeah, it's turning into a bit of.
16.
Yeah.
16, the next one, unfortunately, I'll say doesn't hit. That matches his regular AC.
Is it hit?
That would hit him though. So roll the damage on it just for pure.
Which one's this?
D10.
D10?
Yeah, D10.
9.
9 plus 5 is 14. Yeah,
No, it was a 4 plus 5.
Oh right,
So 9 damage total.
Okay, cool. Cool. But that puts you like there, I think, pretty much. Griffin.
Yeah, so seeing that this is probably not my area, I'm going to try and wrestle that civilian free from Mazzy's ensnaring area.
Yes, you can move 30 feet into the crowd. Make a strength strength check, essentially. Just just a straight strength check to try and wrestle him out of this
23.
predicament. 23.
Nice.
Yeah. Rip free. He's fine. So you're like there now.
What can I
That was your action. Any bonus actions or anything like that?
No, not to use.
Cool.
So I think I'll keep up, but I'm not going to be anywhere near the front. So.
Now for his turn, he sprints towards one of these cages.
Attack of opportunity.
Yes, attack of opportunity. So yes, you can do it to try and make a grappling check again if you'd like. Or you're just going to try and straight hit him.
That's a 19 to hit with a weapon.
Yes, that hits.
Can he make a strength save?
Strength
I'm going to invoke my fire rune.
Your fire rune.
Yeah, I believe that's a strength.
Right on the edge, and that's a 2.
He's restrained and he takes 2d6 fire damage.
Roll 2d6 fire damage.
For
And he is restrained.
He is restrained.
So that, he can't move now, right?
Yep. So that's 4 on fire damage.
Is this also? No, Karen.
He's restrained by fiery shackles.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Oh, okay. He's restrained by fiery shackles.
He can repeat the saving throw at the start of each of his turns.
How much damage is that, sorry?
4.
4, okay. Sure. That's 4. Yeah, suddenly fiery shackles just envelop like over his hands and his feet and he falls over. Changing what he does. Instead, he then is going to use suggestion and shout over at a person who runs all of these things. Obviously there's people everywhere. And this commoner needs to make a wisdom saving throw, which they've got 0 on. 15, is that pass? Was that fail? Yeah, it does fail. He says, I suggest you open one of these. No, sorry, I suggest you open that one. As he sort of like head looks over to this rather large cage. And you can see this commoner now starting to move over to this large cage, which as the commoner's getting closer, this random guy with a leather sort of jerking over him, it's shaking and rattling violently. You can just hear this very loud roar coming from within. But he's, yes,
You can still cast spells or restrain, can't you?
as long as it doesn't affect him somatically or verbally, like he can't say anything or anything like that, then yeah.
No, you can still speak. Can't
Yeah, exactly. So he can cast spells.
Yeah.
And suggestion doesn't have any somatic components. So that's what it'll do. Mazzy, your turn.
Can I reach this commoner from where I am in 30
So-
feet of movement?
So you ran up to the commoner on your last turn, didn't you?
No, onto the commoner that I hit.
Yeah, to the commoner that you hit. So I'll say, with 60 feet of movement, you can then move up and around, but that would be your dash.
Yeah, so that means I
Okay.
can't do anything. I was going to try and randomly tackle him or
I
stop
mean,
him doing
you
whatever
can
he's
try and
trying
get in
to
his
do.
way.
Yeah,
Therefore, to
that's
mean
all I
if
can
you
really
use
do.
your
I was probably not going to do much, but I'm just
Yeah.
trying to stop him doing whatever he's about to do
Yeah.
as fast as I can.
So you get in his way, putting yourself between him and this cage, and so finally this commoner is going to try and move past you, which is a contested athletics check. So roll me athletics.
Can we see what's in these cages?
I'll say probably make a perception check.
There's absolutely no
They
way
are
you should
they're
fail
quite
this.
large
I know,
cages,
I know.
like just iron bars and like grills.
11.
on the front.
Perception was it?
11, not quite.
Perception.
Not quite. No.
If you want to see what's in the cage.
Yeah, because I'm going to be the closest to it now. So
Oh, do you want to see what's in the cage as well?
yeah, well, if
Yeah,
I'm going to.
roll perception 5. No, you can't see it. Roll athletics.
Athletics. What is my?
It's got to be high.
Yeah.
8.
8. Where's those?
D20 per leg.
Oh my god, 5.
5 plus 8 is 13. You need to be 13. Unnatural 19.
You've just been
Is it-
out muscled by a commoner.
It's sort of like you've tried to grab
Probably the
grab him
stitch.
around and he's ducked under you, and you can see there is a pin in this thing, and he just runs up, slaps the pin off,
Sorry,
almost like
that's dry.
unbolting it,
Okay. I thought you were
and
a hero.
then he gets absolutely knocked back. Mazzy, make a strength save as this thing emerges.
Plus 8 again.
Probably failed it.
Is that what I want? Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Where was that last roll?
Nat 20, you're fine. As this huge... It's almost like an ogre, but it has horns on its head like a ram. And much like a ram, it charges out, sprinting straight across the entire field into a
It's bigger
into
than
a
me. It
building.
passes me. I get attack.
You do get
Yes.
attack.
It's an animal.
It is like an ogre, but with large sort of like ram
So
horns.
bipedal?
Bipedal.
Okay.
Just like an arena fighting thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of. As you've sort of had to use this sort of like you've had to almost like roll out the way, trying to swipe it as it moves across. It's pretty difficult to do in one entire movement, and you find yourself just sort of on your ass, moving, pulling yourself back up again.
Let's be real. It's coming from behind me. I tried to stop this guy. And now it's that.
And this thing just charges out. You also notice that it has, as well as these sort of 2 ram horns, it has these almost tusks just underneath its chin, and spines of horns going all the way down its back. and even on its knuckles, you can see its knuckles almost protrude out like small, blunt spikes. And it charges and just slams straight into a building, almost going through, like basically going through the front of the building itself. People are screaming. The first floor of the building begins to collapse over it. And this guy just looks up at you like, what are you doing now? And that's where we'll end today's session.
Does he feel a bit silly about having it in a cage, seeing it's just demolished a building?
Slightly.
But if it can't, if it's maybe it's like the Juggernaut, it can't get ahead of speed.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's got like speed to slam into this thing.
Oh, that's true. What's it? Would you recognise what the animal is?
You can make me a nature check.
Okay.
Anyone can if they want to.
I don't think we're. Probably you're the best, I imagine. The wisdom.
+2.
I've got +5.
Oh, we're all. Oh, no,
12?
12.
10.
10. 12.
12.
11.
11.
Plus anything, or you set straight?
I have +0 to intelligence, of course.
You may call it
Or
Horned Ogre.
Zero intelligence.
What?
Yeah.
You may call it Horned Ogre, for all you know. Big, lumbering thing. You can tell there's a lot of muscle beneath flabs upon flabs of fat. Powerful legs to lead it in the charge. And these big horns on its head. You can imagine sort of like that's what this thing is built for. It is built for charging and ramming things.
How tall is it?
This is about as tall as Felix, like 12 feet tall.
Oh, at the moment.
Yeah. And that is where...
When you first said that, I forgot it was big, so I was like, why are we worrying about this?
And that's where we'll end today's session, mid chase of this guy. Obviously, you've got him in these shackles on the ground. If he was to Misty Step, would he get out of the shackles, or are they like...
They're magical shackles.
They're magical shackles, so I'd probably say no, they're stuck with him.
It says the shackles are banished upon success.
Banished upon success. And he has to make an action to...
A strength save at the end of his turn.
Strength save at the end of his turn. Ooh, okay, that's very interesting. I'd probably say, given that they're like magical shackles, from a cloud
not
room
magical, then?
bound to him.
Pardon? Is Mazzy's arrow not magical then?
See, this is where I'm getting confused. This is where I'm getting a thing, because Mazzy's arrow is magical. And he Misty Step out.
But Mazzy's arrow makes a physical set of vines.
Yeah, the arrow is magical, which then creates the ensnaring.
That's a good point. Physical vines, which then aren't magical, they're just
It
vines.
says magical vines in there. Oh, it's up to you.
I'll probably say like it's probably bad wording on my part in that obviously these vines, once they are out and on him, they are then no longer magical.
When you're doing like D&D descriptions, you write it and you want it to sound quite cool, and then people play it and you're like, oh, that's actually quite confusing.
Well, that's too cool. I need to downgrade it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'll say with these shackles, no. If he was to Misty Step, he'd probably still have them. So he's probably kind of fucked in that sense. But there is now a very big ogre-like thing smashing through the area.
Oh dear.
I guess
He also takes damage at the start of his turns.
Takes
from the
damage at the
shackles.
start of his turns. Okay, so what you probably end up in. You can probably feel safe in the knowledge that you've all probably got a round to keep him where he is. In effect, as long as he's got these manacles on him. Yeah, we'll end the session there. Thank you all very much for joining. Hope you all enjoyed. Got through quite a lot this session. Damn. Killed Hallowhand, escaped, killed the hydra.
We got through that hydra quite quick actually.
You really did,
I
yeah.
thought we
Like,
did.
holy fuck. I think it was, a lot of it was just because of last session. Like, you guys just took so much out of that thing.
Oramis with a 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Easy claps.
Basically